Hey guys, this week's podcast is being brought to you by Squarespace, where you can showcase your work, blog, or publish content today by signing up for Squarespace website. You can customize everything from the look and feel to the setting and products, and there's nothing to install, patch, or upgrade ever. It's extremely easy, very straightforward. So head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. You probably need it. Go get it. Let's move on.
Hey y'all, today's episode is also brought to you by Talkspace, the online therapy company that lets you choose from over 1,500 experienced and licensed therapists. You can get matched with your perfect therapist who can help put you on the path to a happier life. Today, we have a special offer just for our listeners. Visit us at Talkspace.com/read. That's Talkspace.com/READ. Talkspace, it's therapy for how we live today. Let them know we sent you, and now let's start the show.
All right, welcome back. No quote this week. I'm still shaking off the week we had off.
Yeah.
And
I've been recovering from that accident. So.
A cold. Yeah, everybody's dying.
Yeah.
So
it's been a lot, but happy last day of Black History Month.
Black History Month is technically
first
over.
day of Women's History Month.
Right.
So we could just keep the party going.
Right.
Yeah.
Let the good times roll.
So, but yeah, we here. Glad to be back.
I am... Oh, God. I don't know. I'll be Jessica Rabbit.
I am Mrs. Great Gorilla M'Baku.
Okay.
I've been practicing that.
Everybody's fighting for my man, and I don't understand what it is. Like, I've already told y'all and explained to y'all what time it is. I think I did anyway.
Sorry.
No, there is nothing to be sorry for.
No, it just...
Sure, Brandy. But anyways, as Monica, I'm letting you know what time it is.
We don't even have to do this. My man knows what it is.
Also, Winston Duke has already expressed that if he wasn't an actor, he would like to be paid to review episodes of The Golden Girls. Kismet.
Yes, that's true.
A Union of Hearts.
You guys, that would be beautiful. I definitely see you guys vibing on that level. I'm just saying that's my man. So, your fantasies and all that are nice, and I'm going to let you have them, but it is what it is. A lot of people wrote in and asked us to just dedicate this entire episode to reviewing Black Panther and just not talking about nothing else, like Beyonce dropped something. Like, just fuck it.
I mean, I guess we haven't really talked about Black Panther.
I mean, if we want to, we can block it off with spoilers so that people who haven't seen it can skip it. So, I mean, but obviously not for the whole show.
I mean... I don't even know what to say at this point.
Yeah, because, right. I've seen it 7 times.
Right.
So I feel like that is excessive, but I have been kind of obsessed with the visuals associated with Wakanda. Like, right. I am just in love with everything about the movie. I am obsessed with Lupita. I am obsessed with Denai Guerrero. Like, I am already planning my Okoye costume for Halloween.
I got the beads.
Did you fucking really? Mm-hmm. I got the little pop characters, just the girls. I got Nakia and Okoye.
Because I got a Shuri. I got a Shuri action figure, but... Actually, I need to find out exactly who manufactured that figure so I could possibly read them, because they did her hair terribly. They didn't give her the... I'll show it to you. It looks terrible.
Okay.
But the pop figurine is perfect. So I got that one and the other girls and Killmonger. And I think I got 2 Black Panther figures, because one of them is different than the other. Whatever. I got like a whole bunch of Black Panther shit. I got like the 12-inch figurine and like the 6-inch or 8-inch ones. Of course you do. I got like... Then I actually ordered I ordered 2 Lupita figurines so I could take one out of the box and then keep one in the box just in case I want to pass it down to one of your children, since I'm never going to have one.
Okay.
And then I had to also collect... there's a weird thing, I guess, with toys these days where I get, they put, a piece of a toy, a piece of another toy in a bunch of, boxes, and then like they release them in series to like get kids to try and get their parents to go out and buy like 6 different toys so they can put together. Right? Yeah. So
like the McDonald's lottery.
Okoye, Denai's character, was the one that split up in like 6 different things. 2 of them ain't even Black Panther figurines. They're white people. So I had to go and buy like Black Bolt and some other white person I never heard of so I could fit it, but I did it.
That is real sacrifice and dedication.
Absolutely.
You meant that.
I have them all. I have her. I have
I would
Nakia,
be so pissed at that
T'Challa.
kind of game. I do not want to play that game.
I have Killmonger. I did it. I don't care. Because she's my favorite anyway. Anyways.
No, I understand. So
I completely agree with you.
I don't have anywhere near as much merch as you do, but I have just been obsessed with every single thing about the movie. I feel like I've seen it so many times now that I finally do have a few criticisms, because the first few times I was just like starry-eyed and in love and just couldn't believe what I was watching. But
I only have like one and I'm not sharing it.
Is it Forrest Whitaker's accent?
No.
Is it that a lot of Michael B. Jordan's lines were kind of corny?
It has to do with Michael B. Jordan.
Is it? Okay. So I actually really enjoyed seeing him. We'll just go ahead and start with him. I really enjoyed seeing him in that role.
I miss the hair. I wish he would have just kept it for some reason. I don't know why.
So you prefer him more with his... Is this what your issue is? The movie hair?
No, that's not what my issue was.
I was like, wow.
No, my only thing was I felt like the character was so like... For what he was representing, which was like really dope, and I feel like if I had to choose between like T'Challa's perspective or Eric's, I probably would be more Killmonger. But
okay, yeah,
I just felt like it was a little one side. Like it was just so like focused on, I feel like, rage and anger and not much else.
Right, and so I don't know anything about the character in the comic books, so I don't know if the character in the comic books was like less self-centered, but I felt like that was also supposed to be part of the conversation, like American blacks having this point of view versus, African blacks and feeling this way about their stuff. And then also within even Wakanda, like not everybody fucks with everybody, and you have the Jabari and their way of doing things.
No, that was one of my favorite parts about it, that there were so many different
ways to look at conflict, right? And also that women were so strong and like vital to the story, not in like a sidekick way, but like we will fall apart without them.
Right.
Without Shuri, bitch, please. All of this crumbles. Like none of this. What? Are you fucking kidding me?
Like they really all were like so instrumental in everything, including like saving the nigga's life.
Right.
So
I feel like everybody who stands for Killmonger just needs to realize that his views processed in the right way is basically Nakia's character, because Nakia was saying the same thing. Like, there's too much shit going on out in the world for us to not be out there helping. Like, bitch, we're Wakanda. We can help. Like, we can provide aid. We can do so much more than these other trash ass countries. Like, I can't just stay here knowing that people are suffering like that, which was basically Eric's argument. He was like, what the fuck? Like, everything was shitty for us, and y'all had all this shit, and you knew what we was going through, and you was just like, oh, well, fuck them niggas. Like, you just didn't give a fuck about us? So I just feel like Nakia's character was really that balance between the two of them that I feel like, I don't know why, maybe it's just mostly men who are just like, yeah, Killmonger, this. And I'm like, I'm not even against Killmonger, because the nigga had a lot of great points. Like, a lot of shit that could not be argued with. But like, Nakia was the one who was trying to use Wakanda's resources to help other people, whereas everything about Killmonger was getting revenge for him and his daddy, which is understandable, but selfish as fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was like, okay, well, I want revenge because you killed my daddy. And then it was like, okay, well, what about all the other black people that y'all ain't helping? And then it was like, well, I really just wanted to kill you, even though I don't know you. Right. Like, it was like...
You trained all your life to kill me.
So I took it as, okay, well, this nigga's insane. Like, he snapped, and here's what we're left with now.
Right.
But I just felt like if it was between, like... those two.
If you had to pick one to be or like one to side with?
If like, I just felt like I understood that perspective more, but it's also probably because I live really underneath the foot of white people.
Right.
Versus a Wakanda.
Yeah, no, I absolutely.
So I guess I can relate to that perspective more. But
just the thought, like when I would see kids randomly in the movie, I would think, wow, to grow up in Wakanda and not Oklahoma.
I mean, my God.
How much less trauma would I have experienced? Like,
and you know, they learn throat chopping and like breaking your knee at like 4.
Exactly.
So they could never even come over here.
Right.
That's what I want to see in the future movies.
And of course,
more
we
Wakandans and like,
we don't have a secret country that is, you know, Wakanda is not real. So
you don't have to like break my spirit.
Okay. Like, obviously, we don't have a real country to like beef with like that, but. You are a mess. But I really understood where he was coming from, but he was selfish about it.
I mean,
when
yes,
he burned
absolutely.
When he burned all the rest of the herbs, that's like point proven. You do not give a fuck about Wakanda. You give a fuck about your agenda.
It was like he had like a really solid point underneath like a terrible
all the anger
approach.
And everything.
But we'll get to Monique later.
Okay. But he also did deserve to feel that way because they did kill his daddy and left his ass behind. That was fucked up.
It was fucked up.
It really was.
Like that didn't make no
And that's
sense.
why when he killed Zuri, I was like, I'm not even too mad at you, bro.
Like, even that, you know, with the whole feeling of like, even like from the film Civil War previously, they had already established.
You know, I didn't watch that.
I know. It's on Netflix if you care. I mean, you're gonna get a fingernail of what you got in this. He's just in the movie. Okay. That's all I can tell you. Right?
All right. Well, fuck that.
I mean, for the next Avengers, there's clearly way more Wakanda. Loads more of the characters that are in Black Panther are in that, but it's gonna be the same thing. It's not gonna be the same. Like, it's not gonna be Black Panther, but they'll be in it in case you care. Anyway, in Civil War, they had already established the relationship and like the admiration that he had for his dad, and then to like be challenged with that, like, you really left this nigga with his dead daddy.
That is fucked up.
Like, what the fuck?
It just, especially Zuri, aka Uncle James, like you knew that child. Yeah. How fuck
like you knew
that you were leaving him
and leave it. Why not bring him back
and leaving him to discover his dead father? Like, oh no, you niggas deserved some revenge.
Somebody had to die, and it wasn't going to be the king. Somebody.
Although I will say I was genuinely shocked when I saw that he was still alive. That my husband had chosen to keep him in the little snow bath thing.
I knew it. Just because he let them stand around there for far too long, and a white man on top of that was there when he barked at them.
Oh, I cried.
Like, I'm deciding on whether or not I'm going to be using that throughout the year, barking at white people. I don't want y'all to, you know, you already call us animals, so I'm not sure.
Cannot talk.
Like,
I'm just.
Are you done?
Are you done?
Like, he's perfect.
Yes, he really is. Oh, God.
But yeah, I felt it. Like, I felt, first of all, he's coming back. And I didn't know exactly how.
I didn't know.
But he was just letting them talk for far too long. I was like, that nigga found him somewhere.
No, I truly didn't think so. And then after it happened, I was like, wow. So that was really big of him to, like, not take the heart-shaped herb himself and instead save T'Challa's life. Like that because
he could have just let that nigga
took
die
a real man,
and just been like, I don't know what happened to him.
It's my husband is just so generous and loving. Like,
I hope he's gonna show up in the other movies too.
Spirited person.
Because unlike a lot of you niggas, I'm still going to go see Marvel movies so I can get more of him.
Go ahead.
Bring him back. Like, obviously,
I will go see him if Marvel puts him in another movie.
God, I can't wait to see that.
So if I have to suffer through white people to support my man, I will do that.
Maybe 30 minutes of your attention.
I'm literally only going to look up from my phone when he's on screen.
And that's another thing I loved about this movie is like people I watched a bunch of reviews on YouTube and read a whole bunch of stuff from people of all races and ethnicities and stuff like that. And most people liked even comic book movie fans liked the fact that more than just this being a movie that would be sold on the action and the special effects. Like, the best part of this is the characters and like the story they're telling, the setting, the design.
All of it. It's beautiful. Even the car chase scene in Korea, I cannot get enough of watching that. Yeah. That is one of the few like high action violent scenes that I don't close my eyes on. I cannot watch either of the battles at the waterfall. They are too violent.
Yeah, they are. I mean,
they're really gory. But like, even the sounds they make me like jump. So I after the first time watching,
you watched Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but I watch it through my fingers. Oh, yeah. So I just kind of keep, at this point, I know when it's coming and all that. So I just keep my head down during those parts.
When Mama took off that wig that she hated so much and tossed it into that white man's face.
I said, I'll stand forever.
Oh, God.
She already called it a disgrace.
Yeah, she hated it from the moment she showed up in it. And it looked so good on her, too.
Somebody emailed us and was like, you know, which character do you think you'd be in the movie, Crystal? I think you'd be a Koye because she don't take no shit. And she feels the same way about wigs that you do about color contacts. And I was like, if I had to put on color contacts for a mission and then I could take them hoes out and use them as a weapon.
First of all, there aren't color contacts in Wakanda.
Of course not. No, of course not. Because why would they subscribe to such foolishness?
If she doesn't even like wigs. Like, I thought that they were, I mean, you feel the same way about wigs.
I don't want to be bothered.
You'll wear a wig to a show and immediately as soon as we walk off stage, she's like,
I'm just you know what? I would rather never do this again. Like, I am as low maintenance as possible, but I felt like she felt like a moral offensiveness. Yeah. Like, this is disrespectful.
She felt like a prisoner in her own body. And she couldn't wait to take it off.
When she took that wig off, I was like, I know niggas are going to gift this. Like, it'll probably be on the internet by the time I get home.
I don't even think the first weekend was done and I saw it on Twitter. I've already saved it. Magic.
Oh, man. Okoye is just perfect.
It's just, I mean, what else did I love?
Everything. The mission in the forest in Nigeria that opened the movie.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Loved that because, of course, he fucking froze.
I love the dialogue there.
All of Shuri's lines, especially, what are those?
That was the one line I said that was probably like, you know, when they give niggas in like black movies that one like social media reference.
Screamed.
And it was perfect. It was still funny.
It was so
but it wasn't as funny as Don't Scare Me, Colonizer.
Yeah,
don't scare me like that.
Don't frighten me like that, Colonizer.
How perfect. And he shut up and took it.
I can't. I really just cackle at all the times white people get told about themselves in this movie.
I almost feel like Agent Ross was only in the movie for there to be a white person to get told. Yeah. Because he wasn't really necessary.
Right. I feel like with an all-black cast like this, probably Marvel, which I can call him Marvel because LeVar Burton said I can.
Every time you say that, I think of Ice Cream.
Probably Marvel was like, we have to put at least one or two white men in this. And Ryan Coogler was like, how can I make them as useful as possible while not being the typical annoying white characters? And one of them is a villain, so it doesn't even apply to him.
Right.
But yeah, basically just Agent Ross. I felt like he was useful only under the direction of the far more talented and qualified black women. like he was doing what Nakia and Shuri told him to do.
Almost every memorable part with Agent Ross in the movie was an opportunity for another character, a black character, to say or do something like magnificent or hilarious or whatever.
Yes.
Like when he said something about like, does Okoye, like he asked her if she
speak English, right?
And she said when she wants to. Like every moment that I remember with him was because there was usually a black woman who was saying or doing something that was like popping.
Right.
And he just kind of took it.
Even when he took the bullet for Nakia, Okoye was like, and that was his choice.
Right.
So as far as I'm concerned, we could toss him out the back.
Because when I tell you I agree, I would have patted him right on that bullet wounds like,
right. I was
my gosh,
okay,
thank you so much.
Wow. I said, not only did y'all not get the white man, you brought back another one.
Right.
Like, but no. Like, this is beyond failing the mission. Like, what happened here. So yeah, the fact that he was really only useful in service to black women made me very comfortable with his character. Because he wasn't like trying to take over or anything. He was just there.
And Claw made for really great action sequences, and Andy Serkis is kind of a legend.
Yeah. First of all, I have to give Michael B. Jordan his props for that museum scene because goddamn, like I just feel like it set the tone for the movie. That's when I realized I was in for like a lot of bad bitch insane activities.
Right.
And I just feel like that scene in particular, I just felt like he did such an amazing job. And then I wasn't expecting, I don't know, they just fucked my mind up with the whole emergency personnel thing. And
right.
Like, I knew that white woman was going to die, but I definitely did.
Yeah.
No, because they focused on the coffee cup.
Right.
There was a close-up on the coffee cup, so I said, oh, well, that is poisoned, but let's find out why. And then when he asked her, how do you think your ancestors got these things? Do you think they paid a fair price? I said, oh, shit.
And she literally gagged.
I said, oh, so we are snatching white follicles tonight. All of them.
It just made so many great points, like across the board,
It really
in
did.
like the best ways without feeling like heavy-handed or preachy.
Yes.
It was fun, funny. The action sequences were great. It was like the acting was phenomenal. It was made like perfect references to the comic books that I've read. I cannot wait for a sequel. I hope that Shuri gets a suit. I want to see like...
It's fucking beautiful. The Challenge Day ceremony with all the different tribes and everything, I was obsessed.
Every ceremony, Lupita's dance.
God, Lupita's dance, which you did on stage at the Apollo.
So good. So good.
It is so good. Every time I just stare. And I noticed that her tribe's color is green and she wore green throughout the movie. And I'm like, oh God, like you just could not be more perfect. I stand for everybody. The Queen Mother on down. Every last person.
Great job, guys.
Yes, really, really good movie. I've seen it, like I said, an absurd number of times.
And now that Disney has bought like a whole bunch of those Fox properties, let's get us a Storm in sequel. And one of these movies, let's get us a Storm. Because I always said, Storm doesn't need to be in an X-Men film. She's a literal goddess. Like, she's a black queen. She's admired and respected throughout the comics. She's that bitch. And she's also, or was, married to Black Panther. So you could just stick her into that thing there and just allow her to flourish in the universe from there.
But so what's gonna happen to do you mean making Lupita Storm or having them break up? She can't that won't happen. Okay.
I mean, I don't know. They could break up.
I don't want them to break up. They were really cute together.
I mean, Nikki don't need nobody.
That's true.
She could just go right on around the world and continue to do bad bitch shit. She wasn't pressed from the beginning to the end. Oh my God. And she was dressed for it too. Like she was really upset. Oh, my friend from Moonlight was in the end.
Yes. Oh, that warmed my heart. That was so precious. I have a question for you though.
Yes.
Because I did not understand the second
the little scene at the
credit scene, right?
With the white man.
So I noticed in the movie when they do bring the white CIA man in, Shuri says another broken white boy for us to fix, which is hilarious.
Yes,
but she says another, and so then in that second credit scene, I watched it the very first time I saw the movie, and then I did not watch it any other time because I did not understand it.
Well, you haven't seen any of the other Marvel movies.
Right. So did Shuri heal that white man that was in the room?
I think that's what yes.
Is that what the line is referring to?
That white man is Bucky Barnes. He's Captain America's old school homie best friend who then was like hypnotized or brainwashed into becoming an assassin or something called the Winter Soldier. So there was a movie called Captain America, the Winter Soldier. He was in that. And then he was in the Civil War movie where Black Panther actually wanted to kill him in that movie because he was set up to kill his dad or I don't know. Just why it's on Netflix. But that white man
Right.
Yeah, Shuri was using her bad bitch magic to heal him too. So I'm assuming that that's what she meant by that.
Because when the first time I heard it, I was like, you have, what, a white man has come here before? So I was a little confused and just wondered, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that ends. I'm probably
going to go back and watch those
because
movies, I believe, if I remember correctly, Captain America's shield was destroyed or something in the end of Civil War or something like that, which is his shield is made of vibranium.
Oh.
So again,
colonizer. How did he get a vibranium shield?
I forgot who made it. Maybe it was Tony Stark's daddy or somebody like that. I don't know. One of the blurs will help. But yeah, I think he's going to end up going to Wakanda and getting like a new shield, of course, because they're helping everybody. And then I also believe that the last Infinity Stone is somewhere in Wakanda, so that when homeboy with the big purple face Thanos comes in the new movie that's supposed to come out in the summer, that's why a lot of that shit is going to take place in Wakanda, and there's going to be great, big, epic fight sequences, probably with Adora. Is it Melage or I've been told
everybody pronounces it by different ways.
In the movie, I think they said Melage.
Right, but then I thought it was...
It's Adora Melage.
I thought it was Melage.
I think it is. But anyways.
I think it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't. Whatever. When the bad bitch squad, right. My homegirls, my faves... I think that they're probably going to end up fighting some aliens or some shit. I don't know. But I can't wait to see it.
There go your light skin representation. Also, there is one light skinned Dora Milaje soldier.
I did see that.
And she showed out during the battle against Killmonger. She did that. Because I know some of y'all were in y'all feelings.
Ooh, my girl could not wait until when she saw T'Challa come over that hill.
Oh, yes. She was like, you!
She was so, she was like, yes. She turned to him and was like, I was waiting for this moment. Yes. Let's get it popping. My nigga's still alive. I don't work for you no more.
Because Okoye is all about the throne.
Her job, yes.
And so she is about tradition, and according to their traditions, T'Challa is still king. Because he did not die or
didn't die or
Therefore, you need to be sitting the fuck down, and that's not what you're doing. So it's time. She sent the rest of the bad bitches out to help the king, and then she was like, we just gonna have to do something.
All of their little fight sequences and their different little moves that they had, every time she fucking hit that spear into the ground twice, oh my God, my soul would shake.
Every time she did the double pound with the spear. I want to be her. You don't understand.
And as a fan of The Walking Dead, I have already stands for this woman.
I just love everything about it. I loved how the different tribes had different vibranium weapons during the fight scene and everything. Them rhinos was crazy. Of course. Yeah. Oh my God. When Shuri and Nakia walked out, she just pew, shot them niggas down real quick. I was like, God damn. Oh God. No, a bad bitch when you see her. It's so good.
Anyway.
I cannot say enough good things, right?
I mean,
that was like half an hour.
All right.
Sorry.
Well,
we're done with Black Panther spoilers now.
I just cannot wait for this shit to come out on I have a 4K TV too, so I'm gonna get it on Ultra HD 4K, and I'm gonna watch it probably every day.
I'm waiting on it to come on demand.
I've already looked on DVDreleasedates.com, so it looks like they're projecting it to come out around May, which sounds about right. So.
Oh wow. Well, I mean, don't make me go back to the theater a million times, but I will.
I think I only saw it 5 times.
I really was obsessed with everything about it. I really, really loved the movie, and so I definitely went off the deep end. But I think I've had enough for now.
Such a refreshing superhero movie.
Yeah, it was just really, really good. I would probably never watch another superhero movie unless it is about these people. So.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. All right. Well, besides that, our Black Excellence this week. It's going to Melissa Harville LeBron for closing the gap in NASCAR, of all places. Yes. The racial gap, that is. She is the first African-American woman to own a race team licensed by NASCAR. It is called, I lost the name, E2 Northeast Motorsports, and it is under the umbrella of WM Stone Enterprises, Inc., which is also Melissa's entertainment company that she started in 2014.
Oh, well, go off.
She was an intern for Sony Music in 2005. She launched her own music label while she was working for New York City's Department of Correction. And she had an asthma attack that forced her into early retirement. That's when she started her entertainment company. I'm reading this on Black Enterprise, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
So how she got into NASCAR? She was invited to a NASCAR experience. She brought her sons along with her. in hopes that it would deter them from racing or like race car driving because they would see how, I guess, dangerous and scary it is. They're boys. They loved it.
I was going to say, you brought little boys to a racetrack to watch real fast cars go around real fast.
Real colorful fast cars. Like
to watch mama do that and think they wouldn't want to do that, girl.
Now, I don't know if a NASCAR experience, I think that this is like, it's different than like a competition or like a whatever regular race. I think like you actually get to meet drivers and get in the car or something. I don't know. But needless to say, they loved it.
Right. Who wouldn't fall in love with that?
Right. They're boys. Like what? So she ended up investing a whole bunch of her own time and money into NASCAR after she realized, surprise, surprise, that there weren't many people of color who were even racing, much less owning a team.
Right.
So she said, I'm going to do it myself. And that's exactly what she did. So now E2 Northeast Motorsports is the first multicultural team to race competitively in NASCAR.
Wow.
With 4 Black and Latino drivers, 2 of them being her own 2 sons, which are
my God,
kind of some lookers, if I say so myself.
All right, mama. So this is too, I love it.
So I'm in love with her.
I can't believe they let her do it.
Right? Like she's, and really stepped in like, so I'm going to do this.
Right.
This is mine
and
now.
Y'all are going to let me. And we're going to get some color on this track. Lord.
That's awesome. I mean, I don't really care too much about like race car driving and stuff, probably because I'm terrible.
I mean, it does not thrill me as a sport. And also going to a race car track sounds like a real bad idea for a Black person. Like that audience, sounds like a scary that crowd, right? Them people drunk. Oh Lord,
Melissa's already, get the rights to this because it's about to be a movie. I can't even imagine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In a few years, a couple of decades, we're going to be watching a film about this.
Yeah,
because I can't even imagine the microaggressions.
Shout out to her. That's amazing.
Yeah, awesome job to you being, an entrepreneur and doing badass stuff,
doing brand new things.
Maybe one day I'll watch them all racing and stuff.
Lord, next thing you know, we're going to take over race car driving like we did tennis.
I'd love to be like...
They're going to be irate.
Have a reason to go to NASCAR. It's not like I find the whole thing dull. I just think when I think of NASCAR, I honestly think of a bunch of red trucker hats and like beer. I don't know that I want to be anywhere near that.
Rednecks who don't like niggas.
Exactly. Much less seeing niggas like being jovial and having a good time and possibly winning, a race. I don't know. So if we could break those barriers, I would definitely go to a NASCAR race.
Right.
Anyway, so congratulations. Shout out to y'all for being Black and excellent. This week in Diary of a Wimpy Top.
Okay.
What
are you going through?
So we missed, it's been a while. We had last week off.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to everybody who came to the Apollo show. Hope you enjoyed the recording of it.
Yep, thanks, guys.
So there's a couple of things that we didn't get to discuss. I'm going to pull things that I saw over the past week and a half or however much time that I just...
Okay.
Starting with, what the fuck was Fergie doing at the All-Star basketball game?
Oh my God. I feel like Googling the clip right now. Although I'm pretty sure everybody has heard. Right here, I knew it was going to be.
That light is when that's what got me. My savior. And whoever is recording ain't shit for all these close-ups on the basketball players' faces as they're trying to keep a straight face. And you know that they can see themselves on the Jumbotron, so it makes it even harder not to laugh.
They know they can't, but everybody wants to just be like, bitch, are you serious?
Chance the Rapper was dying. Everybody's laughing at this bitch.
I will agree with everybody who said that this is the anthem America deserves.
I never heard it.
You don't need it. America never deserves to hear that song sung beautifully again. Fuck this country.
What a solid point. That's actually I agree. I never heard anybody say that. That's fantastic.
What a truly awful vocal rendition.
What?
What happened?
The ball sack. First of all, okay. There's a saying, sing it straight. You know, like, sing the song.
Just sing, girl.
This hokey, like...
What the fuck?
Banjo-ass remix. It's like, what?
She was just like randomly emphasizing syllables and just drawing out. Oh, you know what? Just everything about the fact that it was so far off pitch is just like glaringly the biggest issue here. But she just doesn't even try to sing it in a way that would make it sound.
But she said she tried her best.
No, okay, well, listen, sis. If that's the case, then you knew that morning you was gonna be trash. You knew that morning that your voice was fucked up. What the?
Fergie. Fergie, you know what?
What the fuck was that?
And I like Fergie. I'm actually like, I have no issues.
I'm sure as a person, Fergie is
artist.
quite lovely, but that was
just the piss.
It was inexcusable. It was inexcusable.
Wow.
I was high off the muscle relaxers when I heard that shit. That fucked me up. That wasn't right.
I had my hand over my mouth the whole time I first watched it.
I was just like, why though? Why? We couldn't find nobody else?
I cannot believe she did.
I would have paid money to see Blue Ivy's face during that.
Oh.
Maybe they wasn't courtside yet. Or maybe Beyonce was like, do not put that camera on my baby.
Even.
Because I know Blue.
Soon as Fergie said that first say, oh, say, she looked at, don't come over here. Do not come over here. You already know. Don't come over here.
Do not, because y'all love to play us.
I'm still dealing with the Grammys. Like, don't come over here with that camera.
Right, I'm still dealing with being publicly shushed.
Right.
So can y'all leave me the fuck alone, please? Let me parent this little girl. Because Blue Ivy holds her nose in front of people, so I know good and goddamn well she didn't sit peacefully through that.
At charity events.
I know she...
She's just being herself. Like, I don't... Where you... I'm just...
I know she was disgusted. I know she was disgusted.
Wow.
God damn, that was bad.
To, like, grow up around singing, you know? And
to
then
hear real music and real vocalists all your life.
all of the time.
And then hear that.
I know that she laughed so big. Like,
I wonder if Beyonce was like walking in with her and then heard the music start and turned
right back around.
It was like, we can wait.
Actually, you know what? Concession. Let's go grab.
You know what? How do you feel about some pretzels?
Right. Just a bunch
We're
of
just
crunch.
gonna...
I'm not taking you out there with this. Blue's like, no, let's go sit down. I just want to see the show, Mom.
Oh, I can't. Yes, it was truly awful.
Fergie, my God. That
we
was
all
abysmal.
have off days, girl.
Each and every one of us.
Yep, it happens.
This week in Tooted or Rebooted.
That's clever.
So now they're saying that there's possible a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reboot will be taking place starring a girl as the lead.
No. Y'all make me so tired.
A Fresh Princess of Bel-Air. Now, here's the thing. This could work. Hear me out.
Okay.
This could work. It would never live up to the first. They never do.
Right.
But it could maybe give you a little Raven's Home, possibly better.
I do like Raven's Home a lot.
Raven's Home is not awful.
I watch it in my free time.
It is not better
also,
than
Paw Patrol.
That's So Raven.
Paw Patrol is
You
pretty
just sit
good.
back and watch Paw Patrol?
I came across an episode the other night. I was bored and just was scrolling through TV, and Paw Patrol was on, and I watched it. It was pretty good.
Well, you know what? I've sat and watched The Lion Guard.
I don't know that one.
It's like the Lion King show, but it's like, I don't know, Simba's grandbaby. I don't know who, but it looks really pretty and there's like nice music. So I've sat and watched that. Link be like, if you don't put Belly back on, like, don't nobody want to watch this shit. She's gangster.
Yeah, no, I don't think I could look at that just because the first Lion King is just like precious to me as a movie.
Oh, well,
And
yeah.
I
No.
just
Bento.
right?
I mean, maybe not.
Not do it.
But I'm sure, like, it's a show that if I did have a child or was watching somebody else's, that is something I would put on. But also, all of my favorite cartoons from when I grew up are on Hulu now.
Yeah, and there's usually a channel, if you have cable, a channel way up in like the 700s or something that's playing all the 90s shows and shit like that. Time. Right. So, but yeah, Raven's Home is pretty good. I will give it that. So if it can pull off something like that ties in nicely with the old cast.
Freeform. Okay. Maybe after Grownish. If I remember correctly, in the last episode of Fresh Prince, most of them moved to New York. Carlton went to Princeton. I think Will State. Jeffrey went back to London. Okay. Jeffrey's like granddaughter is in some shit in London.
Okay, I like that.
And she gets sent to New York because Hillary's in New York. That's where her show is or something. So she's staying with Hillary and interning on her show and going to school. And, you know, she's a little loudmouth, you know, snarky little firecracker, same sort of, you know, successor, you know. And then Ashley, I think, is also in New York because she went to work with her sister and go to school or something. So she could pop up in a couple episodes. Carlton Will could even pop up, maybe Nia Long. You could do like little cameos.
I feel like Carlton would live in DC and be like a lawyer or something.
Either way, he could still pop up. DC ain't far from New York.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If he's on the East Coast, then that just makes that so much easier.
That would be dope.
Yeah. To put Carlton, so he doesn't have to be in like every episode, but not far enough away to where it's like really an issue. Because niggas go between New York and DC like it's nothing.
Like it's just nothing.
The flight is only 30 minutes. Right. Like it is just so, anyway.
But
this could work.
I would watch Fresh Princess or whatever with Hillary in every episode, honestly. Like, just being, like, the parental guardian or whatever, but knowing Hillary, she's going to be, like, completely terrible at it because she's so selfish or, like, self-centered.
Right. So that's what I'm trying to think is, like, what would grown Hillary look like?
I want her to be very much the same like she was before. Maybe she's a mom, too.
But a black woman can't be, well, so here's the thing. If Hillary is a black airhead making her way through media, then she has to be Stacey Dash. Like, she has to be a Republican.
Why?
Because black women with sense do not get to act a fucking fool and be ditzy and stupid and get jobs on TV or anywhere else. You see what I'm saying? Like,
but why does she have to be a horrible person?
No, she's not a horrible. Well, I'm not. She doesn't have to be a horrible person. I did call her Stacey Dash. I'm sorry. What I meant was she would have to be like a black conservative, and I don't know any black female conservatives who make sense. So Stacey Dash was the first one I thought of.
I mean, it's fictional. I want to see like a rich, ditzy, black, successful girl. Like, why can't we make that a lane for that? That's essentially what she was. Even into her adulthood, she was always ditzy and like completely self-centered.
But how would she have managed a career acting like that? That's what I don't understand. I'm putting too much thought into it.
I mean, she was a talk show host. Remember, so like she could be.
That's true. She wasn't doing investigative journalism.
No, she was like, and she wasn't even really all that great on that. And then remember, Trevor died, and like,
she was a weather girl at first. Oh no, she posed as a weather girl in Playboy.
Was that what happened?
Yeah,
or was that Ashley?
No.
Ashley did like that video or something. No. You're right. Yeah, I would love to see her just like, maybe she's a parent too and she's still doing the show. I
like this idea, though.
Running it. And maybe she's not as completely airheaded herself. Maybe now that she is a mom, she can't be as selfish. And now she's trying to take care of this girl too. But again, the show wouldn't be so much about Hillary as it would be about this new girl and her life. I'm just saying, to give you that like reboot, refreshing.
So where does Will fit into it?
He don't need to be in it at all, except for executive producing and maybe pop up as a special guest of the first finale or something.
Okay.
Will Smith is probably going to be extremely busy doing a whole bunch of shit anyway. He could EP.
I'm sure he is.
And then make like a surprise appearance.
I just found out that his family are the ones who run that boxed water company, thanks to his Instagram, which is perfect.
Really?
Yes. I was like, what?
Oh, I kind of like boxed water.
I do too. I was like, okay, this is better for the environment. All right, recyclable materials. Okay. Yes. I'm into the boxed water thing. If people have it at conferences or whatever, I will drink that. Yes, I will. So
I also like the idea of a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air cartoon. Will Smith posted, did you see, you follow him?
Yeah.
He posted like some art of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like the first one, but it was a cartoon and it looks perfect. Like that could be a cute idea too, but
yeah. Well, I'm still anti most reboots, but I like the whole premise for this one. I think they work best when you can bring in some of the old to like that naturally meshes with the new instead of just trying to force it.
Exactly.
Which is what I feel like is happening on Fuller House. But y'all swear you love that fucking show.
I'm going to give it another chance.
It's not better than Raven's Home.
I doubt it.
It's definitely not.
I mean, I doubt it. Full House wasn't better than SR Raven.
That's true also. No, that's true also.
But I'm going to skip that first episode because I couldn't get past all of the, hey guys, we're back, laugh track. Like I couldn't get, it just, I will go to episode 2.
I felt like the first episode was the best one. So good.
Wow.
So good luck.
Well, never mind. I will watch that one again and then move on.
I think you've already tried to watch that one. You should just move on and see if the second one was any better.
Maybe 9 minutes.
See, I really enjoyed the whole seeing everybody else come back and all that. And then without the rest of the family, I felt like the show was trash. I just was not at all interested. But y'all love it, so.
Buff. Blacks United.
And every week Buff gets a little bit stronger. A couple more people will be like, I am ready to come out. I do like Fuller House.
Y'all need full regalia. You need like Letterman's.
Y'all need jackets. Shit.
All right. So Neo is married to a woman named Crystal Smith, I think. So here's what happened. Crystal, they have a child together.
Oh God.
A boy. She posted a picture of her son's hair on Instagram. And here's the caption. It says, so my son wasn't blessed with mommy's Hawaiian silky, as my sister, Nikki Lorraine, likes to say. I think that's Neo's sister, so it's her sister-in-law.
Oh.
Can anyone suggest some good products or moisturizers? Nothing I've tried will help the dryness. His hair seems to just soak up everything instantly. Comment below if you've had the issue. Help. Needless to say, she got red for the Hawaiians.
And she deserved it. What
the
fuck?
Dragged.
Bitch, first of all, that baby is simply black. He has black hair. And if you have this sister-in-law who is commenting on the difference between his hair and yours, then the bitch ought to be able to pick out some products.
Right.
I don't understand why you can't call the same person. What? His father's right there. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't understand why you came to Instagram with this question of all things, because you had a baby by a black man. He has a black ass family. You could have easily gone to somebody with his hair and asked them, but you wanted to make a show out of it and turn it into being about your hair. That's what I really think was behind it. And it just felt really stank to me to be like, well, you know, mommy has this Hawaiian silky or whatever the fuck. I don't know what race she is. I don't know if she's mixed or anything else, but just like your hair is somehow better than his.
So fast forward, she said, she hops back on Instagram. I guess this is her story. She says, thank you guys for the negativity. Because once again, I'm going to channel it into something positive. And I am now in the process of creating a hair care line for mixed children. So thank you once again. So my first question was, how are you going to create a hair care line for anybody when you were just asking for hair care advice? You just
demonstrated that you don't fucking know. So then why would anybody buy your products? What?
So then she was stopped by I don't even know how this continued, but some paparazzi person stopped her and Neo as they were getting in a truck or something, maybe at the airport, and asked her about it. And she said something along the lines of basically the same thing. I'm going to take it and turn it into a hair care line, and I'm super excited, blah, blah, blah. And then the camera person asked her, why do you think that people are being so negative about it? And she said something like, I think that people assume I'm not mixed with black. And so, a lot of people don't like black men with white women or who they think are white women or whatever. So I think that that's what it is. And I'm like, girl, this is just... You aren't that ambiguous.
You need to stop talking.
When I first saw this girl, I just assumed that she was a light-skinned black girl. I didn't think that she was, mixed or anything like that. So when I look at you, I don't think where you come from? Oh, you look so exotic or whatever the fuck they be saying about people.
Part of my disgust is why are you acting like his hair is some foreign-ass texture? Am I not looking at a black girl? You have to at least be part black. So I don't understand why you acting like this baby has some crazy... And to act like there ain't no products out there that can help that child's head is just, you're really not even. Have you stopped using Pantene? Bitch, what are you doing?
I don't get it. Like I was genuinely
what are
confused.
You can't even really be trying. But the fact that you came to the internet with this and not family, not like, that's what makes me feel like it's really all about you wanting to bring attention to yourself and less about helping your son. Because why wouldn't you just ask his auntie or his daddy?
At first, I thought, this was just not a bright thing to say. And maybe she was just, making a dumb mistake in saying that because she doesn't seem very bright.
No,
but I agree with you after that second comment about people assume that I'm not mixed with black and they don't like to see black men with white girls. But girl, you don't look white or even like a Kardashian kind of like,
God, yes.
white with paprika. Like you look black,
right? Like me. You are really deluded if you think that you don't look black.
And the fact that you think that it's about your appearance and not the dumbass comment that you made,
right,
also makes me feel like it is you feeling like, oh girl, I'm light skinned and my hair is long, and I needed to remind y'all.
That's why she put it in. What grown woman really brags about having Hawaiian silky texture? Like who is really still on that? Like,
but she's like, oh no, but I didn't even make that comment. My sister-in-law did.
Right. But she knew it would be stank to say it about herself, so she went on ahead and attributed it to her sister-in-law.
And tagged her in that first comment.
And probably the sister-in-law did say some shit like that. Because people do act like having that whatever texture hair makes you better. And it just is, I just really want us to move
If you knew better,
that.
even if your sister-in-law said it, you would have never repeated it, especially on social media.
Right. So, you wanted attention, and you thought you were going to get compliments on your pretty hair, or I don't know what the fuck you anticipated, but it wasn't all of this realness, and it got you upset. And the thought that you are just gonna turn this into a mixed child hair care line when they're not, everybody else is already using products because mixed kids are not new, bitch.
Like you
are. There's so many options out there. What you like? That's what makes me mad, because it's like you are not even trying. You didn't even go to the ethnic hair care aisle at Walgreens, because you would have found something.
Yeah, that baby, like his hair texture and style is not the first of his kind. It is family. Like there's somebody
that
you
of millions of other black boys.
What do I do here?
Right, like he has a black ass.
A black ass daddy.
You admitted that you're mixed with black, but don't know what to do with your black child's hair, and that you were too ignorant to ask your black husband and the father of your child what to do with it, or his black ass family. I can't. She brought every last bit of that onto herself.
Quincy Jones has apologized for talking about Marlon Brando fucking half of Hollywood. I
saw this apology. It made me sad.
Michael Jackson being a thief. All the crazy shit that he said the other day to Variety. I can't remember who else it was. But this was a post on Twitter. It looks like it may have been... It's long. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But I want you to... Okay. It starts by saying, a couple weekends ago, my 6 daughters...
Yes.
All... like... His children got in group text and was like, so when are y'all free? Right. Get daddy. My 6 daughters, who I am beyond proud of, took me aside this fucking thing is blocking it. For a surprise family intervention because of some silly things I've said in 2 recent interviews. And I've learned my lesson. Let me tell you, I'm so grateful for my daughters because they aren't scared to stand up to their daddy. I'm an imperfect human, and I'm not afraid to say it. And I'm sorry, and I'm not afraid to say it. When you've been fortunate enough to have lived such a long and crazy life, and you've recently stopped drinking 3 years ago, certain details about specific events, which do not paint the full picture of my intentions nor experiences, come flooding back all at once. And even at 85, it's apparent that word vomit and bad-mouthing is inexcusable.
I like how he did not apologize for lying, because he did not lie.
He
apologized for saying it.
I said too much. And for that, I am sorry.
I had the visual of his daughters all rolling up at his house.
All of them.
The door melange.
Just like, sit down, daddy.
So listen. What in the whole fuck are you doing out here?
And some of them are probably friends with family members, the people he talked about too.
Like,
so you probably got texts from people like, what is your daddy talking like?
They probably went over there like, we will turn your phone off. Swear to God, we will cut it off.
I swear, Dad.
You won't go nowhere.
Okay, we will shut down all of the Wi-Fi in here. I'm sorry to anyone whom my words offended, and I'm especially sorry to my friends who are still here with me and to those who aren't. These friends are like blood family to me, to my dear friends, family and friends. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for calling me out when I've clearly made a mistake, many mistakes, even though sometimes it's difficult to receive criticism or discipline. Fast forwarding to where he says, so I encourage you all to please grow with me and keep on keeping on. Love, an 85-year-old bow-legged man who is still learning from his mistakes.
I felt sad when I read the apology because I didn't want it to have to happen, but deep down I knew it was going to happen.
He was
too much.
Firing off rounds in more than one interview. Like,
right, he kept going.
It did not stop. Everybody business.
You're talking about the assassination of a U.S. president.
Oh, yeah, I know who did it. Like, what? Quincy.
I'm like, I know his daughters were like,
all right.
Sir. No, we have let you do your own thing. But I can see now somebody going to start managing your calendar.
Daddy, I swear to God, I will never bring you another chocolate turtle. Keep playing.
I love that they all came together like, we will shut this nonsense down.
Can you, like, line by line, like, all clutching their pocketbook. Sit down. This stops today.
Sit.
And you will apologize.
Right. And you will apologize.
Like,
Quincy Jones not going to do another interview. Whatever he did with Oprah is coming out next month. And then you won't see his ass no more.
Oh, we forgive you, Quinns.
What?
You got the best laughs.
In the first place.
We got to laugh our asses off.
It was everything. And I like to hear human stories about people that I have idolized all my life. Like, I appreciated it. I really did. I love that he put in there over and over, I'm 85.
Yeah. Like 3-4
please forgive me. I'm just an old man and I be talking.
I'm bow-legged.
I'm not drinking no more, so I don't have nothing else to do but let my feelings out.
Shit is wild.
I loved it. No apologies.
None necessary. I mean,
not for me. I think Rain Pryor is pretty pissed.
Yeah, she's livid.
She's pretty pissed.
She deserves an apology.
Although I don't know why Rain thinks she would know more about where her daddy's dick has been than a woman who fucked him.
Okay, all right.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like...
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I just feel unqualified. At the end of the day, that's her daddy. On that. Right.
And she don't want nobody talking about her daddy anyway.
And I understand, but that don't take away from your daddy's greatness.
No, you are right about that.
Your daddy's greatness is still his greatness, regardless
he will forever be celebrated.
Of whether he was giving up that ass to Marlon Brando or not.
When is the movie coming out?
Right?
The Richard Pryor biopic.
Oh, it really... Never mind. I thought you meant...
All right. Okay. So we're moving on.
I didn't know there was
Speaking of Stacey Dash, this idiot has decided that she,
this bitch,
she should run for Congress. So there's been paperwork filed with the Federal Election Commission this week.
Oh God.
Stacey Dash is declaring her candidacy for the House of Representatives in California's 44th District. To be clear, that is a Democratic stronghold in South LA.
Right. I think it's Compton and Watts and... It went overwhelmingly
White people
to
are
Hillary Clinton.
literally the minority in this, area.
I don't think she could have picked a worse district to try to run for.
What are you... Bitch.
She's doing this for the attention, but yeah.
You got a better chance of winning, St. Olaf Woman of the Year.
Right, it's not happening, girl. The fact that a bunch of black people live there does not mean they're going to vote for you, and you know that. You know good and damn well. She's just wasting everybody's time with this.
Yeah, maybe this will be she knows that it'll be a train wreck, and then she can write a book like Omarosa about it, or I don't know. Maybe she's... gonna try and sell some sort of a documentary to Fox News or
trash.
Somebody, I don't know. I really don't know what her plan is here, but I can't wait to laugh at her, but
I mean, There really is nothing else to say about Stacey Dash. She is useless as a human being. I'm sorry again, Hillary, for suggesting that you would have to be something like Stacey Dash in order to,
my God.
to be.
That hurt
I didn't really consider the gravity of that statement.
That was just awful.
My bad, girl. Because Stacey Dash is just trash.
Blows.
So, and even white people are not fucking with her no more.
Not
so
like
again,
that.
this is just, I feel like she has too much pride to be on reality TV, but next step is reality TV.
But she did one of those dumbass celebrity shows like years ago. She did, was it Celebrity Diving or something? My God. Don't get me to Googling.
I remember Celebrity Diving.
Do you?
What a horrible concept for a reality show.
It's like, we'll take Dancing with the Stars and you can stop.
Diving? Who gives a fuck about learning to dive?
It was so dumb. I need to find it. What was it called?
I don't remember if she was on it though. I don't remember who was on it, but I do remember watching an episode of that. Like, I won't be watching this again.
Anyways, whatever. Fuck her.
Right, fuck her.
So Trey Songz is being accused of assaulting a woman at a party that he threw at his weekend rental in the Hollywood Hills. So this woman is saying that she was friends with Trey Songz for many years, and apparently he was upset when he saw her talking to one of his male friends and began to call her out of her name, choked her, and repeatedly punched her in the face. She says that no one at the party would help her. She took herself to the hospital and then to the police station to, I guess, file a complaint or whatever it is that however you say that.
Right.
A report.
To report.
A report, not a complaint.
Well, I thought you meant like a wow, now I can't think of words. A restraining order. That's what I thought you meant.
Okay. Well,
I think that's a court thing. Anyway.
Yeah, a police report is what she went to go and do.
Yeah, this is damn.
It seems that the only response or reaction that Trey Songz has given to this story is a tweet that literally said, "This too shall pass," which
that doesn't sound particularly.
I mean, if somebody accused you of punching them in the face,
serious.
A woman especially, I would say a little more. I probably would.
Well, I feel like he can't say a little more without lying, because the only acceptable thing for him to never mind.
Maybe he's legally being advised not to.
Well, and that is probably true. His lawyers are probably like, don't say nothing. And so he's trying to be as cryptic about it as possible, but that's a terrible message to put out there. Like, this too shall pass. Okay, well, meanwhile, have you heard the same story we have, nigga? Because it doesn't sound like, some casual little thing that's just going to disappear off into the night.
Maybe he was just listening to his favorite Yolanda Adams song.
Okay.
I mean,
do you really think he has a gospel playlist that he turns on when times get rough? But that is gross, and it makes me really sad to think that about Trey Songz.
Of course, the victim is being represented by Lisa Bloom because, I said, I know that white woman just stalks Baller Alert in the Shade Room and just sends
Looks
DMs.
For opportunities. Yep.
She just sends them out.
She does.
So she is now urging other partygoers who were allegedly witness to the incident at the party. To come forward and assist in the investigation and help her out because, she's saying this happened in front of people. They know it did.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, get somebody to be like, hey, girl.
This is...
I just can't say whether or not I feel like it happens because I don't put it past anybody, especially niggas I don't know.
Right.
But...
and it is quite the thing to file a police report knowing that it can be public and saying like there were eyewitnesses to this incident, like, and again, like, it is not some safe, fun thing to do to publicly accuse a celebrity of doing some shit like that to you. So I just feel like the whole situation is sad and fucked up, and I feel like if Trey Songz was innocent, then this too shall pass would not have been what he tweeted. Something like, innocent until proven guilty, or wait for all the facts to come out, something like that. This too shall pass sounds like you just waiting on a settlement number to be reached so you can pay the fine and move on with your life.
Like, there's nothing. It would have been better you didn't say anything.
Right. This too shall pass sounds like, I'm gonna have to write this check. Here
right. Like, I don't
know. Like it doesn't sound to me like you're saying I didn't punch that woman.
Right.
And that's what
this did not happen.
Right. But you can't say that because right. Exactly. So it's sad.
Well, if this ends up being a story that we just like disappears and there's no ending to it, I'm going to assume that woman got some money and we probably won't hear anything else from her again. And Trey Songz will continue.
Yeah, because that'll probably be a contingency of the money is that you don't talk about this.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, and I just wish that it wasn't a story in the first place because I don't want to think about Trey Songz hitting on women like that because I don't know. He just used to be so adorable. I really had a little fake crush on him, not a real one, but he was so cute. So it's just disappointing to hear from him.
All right. So one of my favorite topics of the week, it's looking real great out here for Safaree.
I haven't seen it.
Safaree's stock has gone way up.
I haven't seen it. Nobody has sent it to me. I haven't been tagged in it or anything.
Hold, please. I have it on the hard drive.
Is it true? Oh, my God. I was about to ask you if it was truly massive, but the fact that you saved it to your hard drive lets me know that it is.
Okay, I mean, okay, here's the thing. I'm not surprised that Safaree has a great dick for a couple reasons. First of all, Safaree is Jamaican. Secondly, Safaree seems like he's probably a decent height. Thirdly, Safaree, Nicki Minaj, throughout her career, when they were together, would not only like publicly berate him, like when Heavenly asked
oh my God, I was
Toya's
so
husband,
pissed.
she was like, I want you to ask Toya, why do you continuously disrespect me in public?
She doesn't disrespect me in public. Yes, she does.
He was like, I'm not going to ask her that.
I wanted to slap the shit out of Heavenly during that whole scene.
This is why I love Heavenly.
No,
right?
she is trash.
This is why I love Heavenly, because that could not have gone any worse than it did. But the reason I love her and the reason why it's funny is because I know that she thought it wasn't going to go so bad. Like, I know that in Heavenly's heart, she really thought that she was going to do a great job in that. And it was terrible.
Then you know what?
Like,
Heavenly's heart is corrupt. Because that was awful.
It couldn't have been worse. Like,
who would think to ask those
She's so great.
And then said she felt like she was representing the public's opinion. Bitch, we are not at a retreat with Twitter taking open Q&As. What the fuck kind of relationship counseling is this?
Oh, so great.
The idea that people pay money to get advice from Heavenly.
She is
blows my mind. You niggas better not ever tell me you went to a Heavenly retreat and took notes.
Funny.
Oh no. See,
do you think it was okay to take that money out of like Cecil blacked. He blacked on everybody. Like everybody. I've never seen Cecil so pissed off. Anyways, okay.
Oh God, no, Heavenly is awful. I can't believe you.
That disrespect.
She's awful.
That's what I used to think of Nicki. Nicki used to be on Blog Talk or whatever.
Oh yeah, the way she used to talk.
She used to be like, nobody's talking. Like she would snap on him. And I, back then I was standing for her. So I used to think that it was so funny and like amazing to see this girl like basically disrespecting her nigga like publicly. And he did whatever because she was the breadwinner.
Right.
But there were times like at a couple of times it seemed like she was like genuinely annoyed and like confused as to why this nigga was around. And I used to be like, he must be dicking her the fuck down. Like he must be blessed. Obviously he's Jamaican.
Right.
Like again, I was not surprised by what I saw, but I obviously still say that I'm not stupid. Like, girl, please.
Have you seen the interview where he says that he was 20 years old when he graduated from high school and he stayed an extra couple years because it was fun? Nicki looked so disgusted and she called him an embarrassment on the mic, like in the middle of this radio station interview. And I said, see, y'all should have known right fucking then that his dick was out of this world.
I mean, duh. Like I wasn't really shocked.
So what is it, like an elephant trunk?
Why would they do that? There you go.
Oh my God, pause it.
Girl, hold on.
Well, because how do y'all know that's Safaree? Can you see his face?
It's very clear. It's the same tattoos. Same everything.
Tattoos will give you away. Holy shit. Oh my God. Bitches be sending him the eggplant emoji for real.
I mean, eggplant, squash, whatever you got.
It's long and thick.
What a
God.
What an amazing
I didn't realize
God.
his body was this nice either. Wow.
What? I mean, he's always
he is
got
always
that
shirtless.
fur coat open and shit. Like,
I mean, but the ab situation here is really even his thighs. Wow. I'm gonna stop looking at this. I understand why Nicki put up with his shit for so long.
So it's looking real great out here. You know, even the barbers are just kind of like, Safaree, you know, I always thought you were so talented. Everything that you brought to the table was very legit. The new mixtape, I can't wait for it. Oh my God. I hope, you know, I'm such a big fan. You know, I just learned how to make rice and peas. And so if you ever want to come over.
That looks like it would be painful. Honestly. It looks like a real challenge to comfortably assist with that thing. That is
what a day.
What if that's not even it at its biggest? What if it's,
you know, here's the thing,
even
like,
more than that?
I feel like, you know, in-person dick is kind of different than, you know, iMessage dick.
Okay.
Like, dick is almost kind of like, you know, like that messaging or side view mirror that is like, you know, vehicles may be larger than they appear.
Okay,
like,
got you.
You know, sometimes like an in-person dick is just like, oh my God. So I feel like it's probably like even bigger, and then it's got this curve.
That's dangerous.
He was breaking spines.
See, Safaree's stock is about to go way, way up.
It's already up. And I want to invest. Like, my God.
Ooh,
what do you do? Like, Nicki must feel like so aggravated.
No, I don't think she does. I think she feels validated, because I think a lot of people wondered why she was with Safaree. I definitely did. I was like, what? This nigga seems to be kind of clueless about everything. Like, just and you treat him terribly. Why? He hangs around. Yeah, now because dick. That is a very impressive penis. I would tip my hat to
now
Safaree.
You know how Nicki learned to speak patois.
Really? I
always assumed that Safaree just taught her how to. Now I know it wasn't Safaree.
I don't want no parts of that. The rest of y'all can have it. I saw the tweets. Y'all want it bad.
The first stroke from Safaree, Nicki was like, "Man, I wrote me no take back me chat. Suffer the debt me are the queen and look at me cute and sexy like that. And me plant the gun, so now better watch that." From the very first stroke.
Really?
It was just immediately
Can that dick just
in
insert Jamaicanness into you?
Apparently. And probably a couple other things.
I've heard to leave island niggas alone anyway. So.
And that's like.
This is why.
You know why.
Damn. Got you. That's why those white women be coming back with.
And they will also like fuck you and then like throw you into the air like they're making a pizza and then catch you and keep going, or like
tips and tricks. Wow.
Like ghost ride the whip and fuck you at the same time, or just like them niggas are acrobatic. Have you ever seen like videos of like parties and
it gets intense. There's a lot of acrobatics is exactly
practice.
What cheerleading moves be going on at them parties. And niggas be ready. Like, you're not gonna fall, girl. He go catch you. They put you down on the floor. It's a lot. So, yeah.
So, Safaree, congratulations.
You're looking pretty starry-eyed over there.
On everything that's going on with you these days.
Congratulations.
It's looking great.
Coconut oil sales going through the roof. Niggas about to be rubbing that coconut oil on their dicks like it's magic grow. Like, oh, Lord, bless me also.
Last but not least, actually, I didn't even want to talk about this. I'm just so tired.
Oh, God. If it's Monique, I'm also tired.
Okay, great. So let's just move on. When I tell you that, I don't even want to hear.
My opinion really has not even changed.
It hasn't
let's just not.
changed.
I don't want to. I don't want to do it.
So done.
I'm so over it.
R.I.P. Leonard. All right. So that's it for... She let Leonard have it.
Okay, Leonard was everything.
She was like, "Have you seen Birth of a Nation? You remember when that brother and she got both of them index fingers pointing at him like this and grabbed her pocketbook and punched. Monique is tired and
Leonard
she loves us for real.
That day, God damn it.
I'm just done. I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, that's
all right. So let's take a break. We'll be back. Hey guys, if you're selling anything online, getting orders out of the door quickly can be very tough, frustrating, taxing, the worst. That's why you should try ShipStation. It's the fast and easy way to manage and ship your orders all from one place, whether you're using Shopify, Squarespace, Etsy, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, or over 75 other popular selling channels. ShipStation brings all your orders into one simple interface. Use ShipStation to create shipping labels for all of the top carriers, including UPS, FedEx, USPS. With ShipStation, you'll ship more in less time. And with the best rates available, it's no wonder why ShipStation is the number one choice of online sellers. Even our management uses it for Shop the Read.
Yep, we sure do use it for our own merch. Right now, you can try ShipStation free for 30 days and get an additional month free if you use our promo code READ. So don't wait. Go to ShipStation.com, and before you do anything else, click on the mic at the top of the homepage and type in READ. That's ShipStation.com, code READ. You can make ship happen with ShipStation. Let them know we sent you. And let's move on.
All right, so we're back. It's time for listener letters.
It is. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com, and we may just read them out loud. Let's see. A lot of people wrote in saying that the girl who was dating the white cop should just break up with him anyway, because the fact that he pulled her over to ask her for her number was just like, it's really inexcusable to like use your power like that over somebody. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, you're right. Like, I don't appreciate being backed into a corner. Like, she couldn't have just left over him asking. Well, you know what? That changes everything.
Send us a picture of him, girl.
Right. Send us a picture. If he looks like Chris Pratt is my ideal white boy.
Really?
Chris Pratt is adorable to me. I've loved him since Parks and Rec.
I loved him on Parks and Rec.
I just think he's so cute.
I actually thought he was cuter when he was trying being doofy looking on Parks and Rec.
Yeah, but he's certainly fine as hell now also. So, and he's single now.
It was Brody Jenner until he ruined my life with that dumb shit that he said.
Brody Jenner was also fine. I'm trying to think of what other white boy.
Oh, my ideal white boy has always been Ryan the Phillippe.
Oh, yeah. He's another good one.
My God. He ages like
what a face.
Crisp
he
wine.
does. He looks good.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah. But moving
I thought him pulling her over to ask her for her number was like, if he was like, fine, I would have been like, oh, that was so cute. But I would have been shitting myself and probably been annoyed as fuck until I realized that he wanted my number. And I probably also would have snapped at him real quick too to let him know that I'm not that bitch. But here you go at the same time.
Also, did you know that G-Eazy said nigga in his song No Limit? I did not know this because I don't listen to G-Eazy.
I don't listen to his part.
Oh.
Like, wait, the one with Cardi is the remix, isn't it?
I haven't. I'm assuming. I have no idea.
I've never heard G-Eazy say nigga to my knowledge.
Somebody asked why nobody has brought it up, and I'm like, well, girl, because I don't listen to G-Eazy, so I didn't know what happened.
That Cardi B song is literally the only G-Eazy song I've ever heard.
Well, somebody who listens to G-Eazy, let us know whether that
sounds like your mistake.
Valid or not. Do you know who you would want to be out of all the Black Panther characters, or which one you most identify with? I definitely feel like I'm Okoye. That was another question that we got a lot of.
I definitely feel like I identify more with Shuri, but I want to be Okoye when I grow up.
Right. I felt like Okoye just being like, I won't have your nonsense. I won't have yours.
Each of you can sit down. I don't care. Even her own nigga. She was like,
without
I'm standing right in front of the rhino was like, oh, hey, sis.
Right.
Oh, girl, you know I'm not fucking with you, Mom.
Like, you thought that rhino was going to take out my husband, and Okoye stood right in front of him like, please, this baby knows me. We're about to have a moment. And then if you don't put your fucking weapon down, I will kill you, nigga. So, like, you get to make the choice here. And I feel like that is just me. I wish I was Nakia, but I'm not that good of a person.
Me neither. Like, kind-hearted or just...
I wish.
Yeah, Shuri's like, young, techie, mischievous, funny.
Yeah. I feel like that's you.
Nerdy, smart mouth girl. When she told all them niggas at the ceremony to hurry up so she could go home. I was
at first, when she raised her hand, I was like, oh, I love this girl. She really
right. I thought she was going to fight him too.
She was like, bitch, can we wrap it up? Like, she is, yeah.
I have to Google so
She's
you can see her comic book.
Somebody said Fran would be the queen mother because she always mixing up potions.
I could see Fran being the queen mother, though. Not for that reason, but just short. That's super random. But all right.
Okay. I forgot we should probably not be getting too deep into...
This is Cherie with this suit on.
Oh, why does she have such prominent tits? My God. It's like all you... What? Okay.
It's I don't know.
Anyway, let me pull up a question. Jesus. This one comes from E, who says, I'm a 26-year-old queer black man who has just been recently accepted to a graduate program. I'm very excited and a little shook, but I'm ready for this next chapter. I started looking into housing, and I came across something that gave me a pause. There's a housing co-op that students can choose to live in. Some of the co-ops are themed with different categories, such as a vegan house, a women-only house, an LGBTQ house, and a African-American themed house. My question is, if you had to choose between living with only black and mostly straight people or living with other queer people who would be mostly white with a mix of other races, which would you choose? I know that the both of you would prefer to live with your own damn self and nobody else.
Hello.
I'm so glad you stuck that in there because you know us very well.
That is a fact.
But unfortunately, I will probably not be able to afford that. I don't have very much experience being in primarily black or queer spaces because I generally keep to myself. Any advice you have would be appreciated. Wakanda forever. E,
I want you to know that on any of God's given Sundays, I would stay with the Negroes,
Absolutely.
straight or otherwise, than before I stayed with the white gays. And I want you to know that it is coming from the fiber of my spine. No.
The LGBTQ house would probably be the last house I'd live. Well, no, the vegan house. Me and the vegan house would never get along.
Fuck the vegan house. Right off.
I'm not even allowed on the yard of the vegan house.
Sorry.
But the LGBTQ house, a bunch of white gays with their microaggressions and shit. Imagine having to deal with that every day. No, I'll deal with blacks.
I'm sorry. I'm not doing it.
Because first of all, there's probably going to be at least a few other gay black people in the black house.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like most of the black people, gay or otherwise, are going to choose to live in the black house anyway.
But I feel like them black people who choose to live in that gay house are probably like those black gays that like
grew
have
up with
never met another black person.
Yeah. Right. And I mean, I feel like that whole conversation gets tricky, but I can't blame people for adapting to the environment they were raised in.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
If you didn't have no other options and wasn't nobody else black, what the fuck was you really supposed to do?
That's primarily why I would want to stay in the black
So
house.
if all your friends are white gays, then it makes sense. But all my friends are black, regardless of sexual orientation.
Exactly.
So I'm going in the black house.
Like,
I could not do it. I feel like I would just be constantly having to deal with white gay microaggressions. And I mean, that's white gay males, that's white that's white queer people. And some of them are really well-meaning, and some of them are really just...
Some of them, a lot of like
draining.
White queer people can be very sensible in the fact that, you know, you already have struggle and disadvantage against you as a gay person, so it can open your eyes and make you more empathetic and willing to understand the struggle of others, but that is not most of them.
Right.
Most of them, I feel like, just through my experiences, have been like, my life's hard, so I get to do and say what I want.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not dealing with it, because I'll punch y'all hoes in the face.
And I'm not dealing with anything that may affect you as a black queer person, because that black shit ain't none of my business. Period. And the ones who get it be the ones who are out there at Black Lives Matter rallies and marches and shit, and the ones who don't are the ones who ain't. Like, they prove it through their actions. But anyway, a bunch of random white gays, I'm not living in that house. No. I'm going in the black house. It wouldn't even be a question for me.
Niggas are going to end up getting cussed out in both houses. Don't get me fucked up. I mean, don't confuse it, but I know how to handle the
black
niggas
people.
in the
Not
black
even
house.
right. I've been dealing with niggas all my life, and so maybe that's how you feel if you've grown up with white people.
Exactly.
I know how to deal with white people.
Exactly.
I've had my moments, and I'm good about it now. So, like,
I mean, but if we're choosing.
Right.
Plus, we probably have a wing day or like a chicken and waffles
Not to mention,
day.
our kitchen is going to be litty titty. What the litty titty? It is. It's going to be litty titty. Fried pork chops and shit in that bitch. I can't go to the vegan house.
Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. And I respect like the vegan mission.
Yeah, no, I do. Like,
I
just so healthy.
And the other one was women only, so I already can't go there.
The thing about women is that includes white women, and
probably mostly white women.
That's the thing about all these other groups. Like, I am also a woman, but having to deal with straight cis white woman shenanigans, no fucking thank you.
Right.
In my home.
You've already lived the experience of, I know I'm not going to be comfortable here.
If I hear women's, and if it was a black women's only house, bitch, sign me up.
I'd want to go, honestly. Y'all would have to deny me several times. Oh, please. Oh, please.
Just let me stay in the room in the back off the kitchen.
I can sweep and mop and clean.
Not you trying to be the house mother.
Of course, I got him. Just please.
I would stay in that house, hands down. But just a women's house, I feel like that's going to be a bunch of white girls.
White feminists.
Who are stepping into their feminism for the first time and working out their racism that they've had all their lives. And I won't be a part of it.
Marching and touching your hair without permission at the same time.
And turning to me for the black perspective. Because I am the black.
Right.
And so therefore, if there's anything to do with blackness, clearly I know the answer. I just know. That would stress me out.
White gays ain't looking in my direction for nothing except sex, probably.
Ooh, and imagine having to deal with... You know what? No. So, no. Right. Okay, let's see. Who's next?
I can go into the black house, and it's sort of like a black LGBT alliance.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be other gay black kids in the black house. Like... And at the graduate level, I would hope that you had as few homophobes as possible. Like, I would really think by graduate school, everybody should have that shit out their system.
You can only pray.
I know it doesn't happen like that, but still. All right, let's see. Our next question. Oh, no. No, that was a breakup with him. So this one comes from a woman who calls herself Worried. She said, I'm hoping you guys can provide me some guidance because you both seem close to your families. My husband and I are both in our early 30s and have no children, and we are thinking about moving from my town in California to the East Coast. This move is better for us in a lot of different ways, like better real estate, closer to his family and job opportunities, but a big concern I have are my parents. They are in their 70s, and I am worried about leaving them, quote unquote, alone. I am the youngest of two, but I have always been the family planner. I have a brother who lives in the same city, but I have always been the caretaker. My mother has some cognitive issues that make speech hard for her, and while they're not life-threatening, they make her isolated socially, and my father is a little introverted, so I'm mostly worried about them being bored. They both tell me not to worry and not to put my life on hold for them, but I don't feel like I am. It's more like I feel like it's my responsibility as a good daughter to help take care of them. I have set them up so that they know how to use Uber and Lyft, so I am less worried about their driving, and they are both in good health for their age. Please help me, even if it is just telling me I'm crazy and I need to lead my life. How did you feel when you moved away from your parents? Do you feel a duty to care for them in their old age? Thanks, Worried.
Damn.
Well, my first thought to this was if you have a brother who is in the same city and he just hasn't stepped up because you always have, now is a great time for him to step up.
An older brother.
Yeah. Like you have an older brother. So unless there's something keeping him from going over to the house every day to check on them, which I can't imagine what that would be, then you being gone just means that it's time for him to step up and start checking in on his parents.
But will he do it is the question.
Well, I mean... So this is the part where niggas just need to grow the fuck up.
True.
Like, he's a grown man. These are your parents. Your sister is leaving because her husband has a way better job across the country. So guess what that means now? Like, maybe you never stepped up because she always did and she loved to do it. And maybe you didn't step up because you just didn't want to. But either way, like, they're in their 70s and you live in the same city. So unless they, like, did you incredibly wrong and we don't know about it, it's time for you to be a man about this.
Because the only thing I'm thinking is, I would be in the same predicament as her, just because, I'm your son and I'm going to want to make sure that you're good and things like that, especially if they have issues and stuff. And it doesn't sound like they're incapable of taking care of themselves. She just doesn't want them to be bored and that sort of thing, which I totally understand. I would feel the same way. But like, if the parents are saying, oh, you don't have to worry about us, we good or whatever. Her brother, I could imagine if she's leaving and they say the same thing to him, was like, all right, I'm going to the game. So like, then I'm going to have to like cuss you out, fight and argue with you because you need to go and
because
see
you
our
need
fucking
to go check. Of course, they're gonna say they okay. They're gonna say that until they can't say it. Like they don't want you to worry. You still need to go check on them.
I would maybe have a conversation with my brother first before I decided on what I wanted to do, and just be like, look, this is where looks like things are going, and I need to know for sure that when I'm gone, you're going to be looking after them or whatever. I don't care about what they say. You need to be able to, to take care of this.
Check on them at least a few times a week. Talk to them. Make sure they're good. Like I don't know if you
bring
can
them some fun things.
If you can do like elderly play dates. I don't know if that happens. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, you could take them out to dinner.
Right. Y'all can just go do stuff as grown people.
Right.
Even if it's just sitting at the house watching TV together. I feel like if I lived in the same city as my mama right now, I would be over there every day. Or like, hey girl, oh, you home from work? What we doing? What we having for dinner? Oh, what is that? What episode of SVU is that?
You literally just sit on the couch and watch whatever the fuck they're watching or pretend to watch it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like.
But they're in their 70s. I understand the concern here. So yeah, definitely talk to your brother about it first, because he may just, after the conversation be like, of course, I will step up and check in on our parents. Like, of course I will do that.
There shouldn't even be like a discussion past, okay. Like, it should just be I want to
make sure they're good before we start, signing leases and job offers and all that type of shit. So, but yeah, you should not let that fear keep you from living your life, right, and providing a better opportunity for your family, your children, and all. Oh, you don't have kids. Well, shit, just a better opportunity for y'all.
Right.
Better career for you, right. So
a little more cheese on your burger.
Right. I would be sad to leave my parents, but I think you should, they want you to live your life. They're not being selfish about it, so you should let go of that guilt you feel and go see what's out there for you.
But definitely make sure that you're comfortable with whatever or however they're going to be set up once you're gone, because I get it.
Right.
Being in a completely different city from my family drives me nuts sometimes. Like, it just sucks. My parents especially. It just fucking sucks.
Because I just miss all the little things. And then in the group chat, because almost everybody lives in Houston, so then they're always like, oh, we're going to this birthday party. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. I'm doing this. And I'm I'm in New York alone.
How many photos of like fish fries and shit coming through my WhatsApp?
Right? I'll be like, so.
Thanks. Like,
I'm here alone and you guys aren't having, like, y'all planning out Easter dinner right now. Like, I won't be there for that. It's going to be good. Okay.
And I mean, you could always, like when you get chances and opportunities, go and visit and do special stuff with them and go and make sure that they're good.
Yeah.
But talk to your brother, because if he's
definitely
in the same city, I don't hear what the problem is.
Right. Like, and if he acts like he has a problem with that, I would really ask him what the fuck his issue is.
Yeah, I'd want to know, because shit, what?
Because you should, anyway, I'm not going to tell you what you should feel about your parents. But anyway, let us know how that goes. Let's see. Do we have a last question? Here we go. This is from The Darker the Chocolate, the Richer the Taste. She says, I recently went on vacation with a friend that I've known for a little over a year, and I feel like I would have had a way better time if she didn't come. She complained everywhere we went, ignored me when I would talk to her because she was on her phone.
Cool.
I kind of see that, but anyway. And pretty much sucked the fun out of the entire experience. It got to the point where I would just venture off by myself because I just could not. It was only the two of us on the trip. What really did it for me was that she told me I made her feel uncomfortable when I said I wanted a tan so I could be her complexion. She said it made her feel like I thought she was Lupita's shade. I don't see...
Wait, what?
She was offended not because you wanted a tan to be her color, but because she felt like you were insinuating that she was... Right. The implication being too dark. I don't see anything wrong with Lupita's complexion because I personally feel like the darker the skin, the more beautiful. She then tried to convince me that the only reason I'm obsessed with complexion is because I'm West Indian, which is not the case at all. I pretty much shut down after that and didn't talk as much because, like Crystal says, I can't make sense out of nonsense. That's actually Kia. But yes,
that is Kia.
But it is something I have held dear to my heart because it's always right there.
Right. Like,
for the rest of my days, I will be.
I'll never forget that.
It's everything. So anyway, fast forward a few weeks later, and she's starting to realize that I've been keeping her at a distance, and she wants to know what's up. How do I let her know that I still like her as a person, but that she annoyed me the whole trip, and I don't want to go on vacation with her ever again? Love, The Darker the Chocolate.
Y'all be so like afraid to have conversations.
Y'all really be scared to talk to your friends.
It's crazy.
But like, this is a lot, because at first I thought she was going to be upset that you were like, I don't know, like maybe if I have a friend who's lighter than me and she says she wants to get a tan so she could be my color, I guess depending on how close we are, that's not going to upset me. And like the tone or whatever, but it just really depends.
It does.
But then the fact that she was like not offended by that, but just the fact that she thought
you were trying to say she was
brown. And then to specifically cite Lupita Nyong'o like it's something wrong with her skin, which is crazy because the bitch is flaw free. So it's like, what are you even talking about?
Like, there isn't anything wrong with her.
Like, who doesn't want Lupita's skin? If I could trade
like one of my favorite things about her.
Please, it's perfect. Not even just the color, which is beautiful, but the texture, the tone, the finish. It's everything. Who the fuck doesn't want her skin? So the fact that she made it into being like too dark is what really blew me about this. She's obsessed with complexion because she's West Indian girl. Newsflash, everybody is obsessed with complexion. It's not like this is a worldwide problem. Right. That is not a West Indian specific trait at all. Nope. I feel like you all need to never go on vacation again. That's probably the first problem, is that like you were already annoyed probably with each other, and then this interaction happened and it just made everything that much worse. But if you are interested in like maintaining y'all's relationship as a friend, which you said you still like her as a person, then you just need to talk to her and be honest about the way you feel and like how you were just like, okay, girl, this is, I can't even deal with how insane that is. But also, I would probably just avoid saying, I want to get a tan so I can be dark like you to somebody. I just wouldn't say that to my dark skin, because I feel like they would be like, bitch, like, what? Okay, and?
But that's also a thing that I could, like you said, I could see somebody saying that to me in like a playful way. But
I don't want you to think I fetishize you for your skin tone. Like, it's beautiful, but I wish I could have a tan being your color. It just sounds like something white people would do. Maybe that's why it bothers me, because it sounds like something white women used to say to me as a child.
I would have to hear the way that it's said.
Like white cheerleader girls would be like, I'm getting tan. You're so lucky that you don't have to tan. You just naturally get to be brown, and I have to tan to look like you. But you still don't look like me.
Yeah, if a white person was like, I'm going to go tan, and they said some shit like that to me, yeah, I would want to fight that bitch. But like, if it were one of my black friends that were a little bit lighter than me, there are ways you could say it that I probably wouldn't even think anything about it. But
right, and in the closeness of the relationship, also, y'all have only known each other for a year, so maybe you just don't even feel like that.
Oh yeah, okay, yes, yes, absolutely.
It could just be a bunch of y'all need to just sit down and have a real conversation about what happened on vacation, and probably agree to never do that again.
Yes, absolutely, because you could probably go on vacation again once you learn little things about triggers and shit that you just don't do with one another.
Right. So it may just be that y'all are not the type who can vacation together, and that's very real.
That's true too.
That is, you can be movie friends, book friends,
very good friends with somebody,
TV show friends.
There's some things y'all can't do, like extended trips.
We are perfect for sitting on the couch on Thursday for the Scandal Schmurder crossover episode. We can do that.
Let's do it.
We have our red wine and everything, bitch. We are ready. However, we don't leave New York City together.
The same evening as the Atlanta premiere. I'm
They're giving us too much. It's too much tomorrow. But anyway, let us know how that conversation goes. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com, and we'll be back.
Hey guys, do not forget, support for today's episode of The Read is brought to you by Squarespace. They can help your new business stand out with a Squarespace website. They've got beautiful templates created by world-class designers. Squarespace makes it easy to turn your idea into a new and unique website. So many of y'all have been talking to me about your new podcast or your new line of this and that. So of course you need a website if you don't have one yet. Use Squarespace to showcase your work, blog, or publish content, sell products, whatever it is that you need to do. You can customize everything from the look, the settings, the products, the feel of everything right there behind the site. You don't have to worry about installing, downloading a patch, or doing any of that upgrade stuff that is super annoying. And you also don't have to worry about doing a separate load of work so that the website runs on mobile. It's all done right there for you, and they've even got an award-winning 24/7 customer service that is there to help you in case you get, confused.
Right. So head to squarespace.com for a free trial now. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com. Offer code READ. Destiny is calling and it says you need a new website. You probably do. Make it today with Squarespace and the Read, and let's move on.
Thanks again to Talkspace for supporting today's episode as well. Talkspace is the online therapy company that makes it easy to connect with an experienced licensed therapist whom you picked based on your preferences for a fraction of the price of traditional therapy. You know, the president and his cronies are still out here saying dumb stuff literally every day.
All types of shit.
So if you just need somebody to be the blue ivy in your life, to just simmer you down, have you calm, get you together, you can send your therapist a text, an audio, a video message, or even do a live video chat. Talkspace therapists are fully licensed and go through a rigorous screening process in addition to thousands of hours of supervised professional training, so you know you're not talking to psychos or dummies.
Yes, I had a Talkspace therapist last year, and she was truly invaluable. I will tell anybody and everybody who's looking for somebody to talk to try Talkspace, because she really helped me out a lot. To match with your perfect therapist today, go to Talkspace.com/read. As a special offer, you can use coupon code READ to get $30 off your first month and show your support for the show. That's coupon code READ and Talkspace.com/read. Talkspace is therapy for how we live today. Check them out, and let's wrap up the show.
Okay, so we're back, and it is now time for the read.
It is. Do you have a read this week?
Yes, I do. Hopefully it'll be quick. So I just want to say, first of all, thank God, Love and Hip Hop, both of them are wrapping up.
Oh, no.
I think they just did the New York finale. That show has been on for 2 years. This season, I mean.
Right.
It's been on for
It has been endless, and I have not given nan fuck.
666 days. It has just been on so long. I think next week is the season finale of Miami. So on this past week,
Lord,
one of the gay boys on the show, I think his name is Malik. There was some scene where he's friends with this girl, Michelle, and I guess he was hosting her party or something. And the boy Prince, who I guess is Michelle's Miami promoter rival or whatever their story is,
right,
ambushed the girl's party and had a whole bunch of like drummers and dancers come in and like do this whole, show or whatever in the middle of the girl's thing. A couple of the dancers were like gay, I guess, or bisexual, one would assume. They were voguing and had, eyeliner and weave and all of that stuff. The person who should have really maybe been upset about this would be Michelle, since it's her party and that's a nigga she don't like.
right.
But it seems the one who was truly irate in this situation was the young man Malik. And it seems mostly because there were gay men involved in this ambush. Like there were gay men voguing and just being gay,
right,
in his presence. So that was something, I guess, that just tipped the pot right on over,
what
honey.
The hell?
So he begins to yell and is calling them faggots and punks, and I don't do all of this. You got these fags and blah, 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 blah.
Here we go.
And it's just like blowing up. The guy who brought them there, I want to say he's Jamaican, but let me not, he's got to be from the West Indies somewhere.
Okay.
Anyways, he goes to the group and apologizes to them and is like, don't let anybody make you feel like blah, blah, blah. Gives him this weird, straight apology for the thing that the actual gay man said.
Oh, help us.
So he's pissed. He storms out. And then later he said something else he was arguing with the boy, I guess, who he was dating and said something about punks again. Because the boy, Bobby, that is Trina's cousin, wears makeup, effeminate. So he likes to use, him as another reason to be homophobic, basically.
Okay.
So yeah, I want to say, first of all, I don't put anything past anybody on this show for a lot of these things to be fake. But if this is if those instances were fake, he should be an actor because they were believable. He seemed genuinely really, really
irate,
upset.
Yeah.
And he really believed everything that he was saying. And even if it wasn't, even if it was a storyline that was all written, you dumb as hell for actually signing up to be that person on national television. Either way.
Why would you say that if you didn't mean it? I don't believe that.
So.
Niggas, though.
Where do I begin? First of all, homophobic homosexuals have always been like an annoyance to me.
But this is just so much.
There's so, like, this conversation could be just as long as the Black Panther one we almost had that we had to stop. But Malik seems to think that he's like one of these niggas, you know, it's a lot of like DL niggas or masculine gay and bisexual men who belittle feminine gay boys because they feel like they're like the wrong kind of gay, or they're embarrassing, or you feel like you're better than the next queen because she got it, you know, extensions, or he got, you know, makeup on his head, on his face, or like, you know, wearing heels, or whatever shit that you just feel like is feminine and girly, and, you know, that makes them fags and punks and sissies. Sweetheart, first of all, like, for you individually, you're not trade. Like, you're not unclockable. Like, for those of y'all who are straight or just don't know, I don't want you to, like, first of all, it's trade, not Trey. Some of y'all are confused. Like, ever since I did that gay niggas say, whatever the fuck the video was called.
Shit black gay say.
That one.
That was hilarious.
I've seen so many quotes where it's like, what did I say? I'm chasing trade.
You did trade over and over again.
I said trade a couple of times, probably. And there were so many people who spelled it Trey like Trey Songz.
Like he was looking for a nigga.
And I'm just like, no, that's not what it is. Trade is just basically like an unclockable gay man or bisexual man. I feel like it started as a term that was more so like about straight guys that were gay for pay or something. Like
I do too. I feel like trade used to be straight. Men who identified as straight would never be in a relationship with a man, but felt like it wasn't that, like being in a relationship with a man would be gay, but fucking niggas.
Right, was a whole
was something else.
Right.
Now it's just kind of evolved,
just like
to
be masculine,
unclockable,
gay,
right. None of the feminine characteristics.
Malik is not that. Malik is like, you know, his own friend said, I knew this nigga was gay. It was kind of obvious. You got on this loud ass, I'm going to give you Versace maybe. That loud ass shirt that he had on in that episode looking like Bernie Mac and Moesha. Like, you're like, we know you're gay. You know, past that.
What's wrong with you?
Past that, I'm not even trying to like belittle him for being visibly gay or being obviously gay. That's actually my point.
Right.
There ain't fucking shit wrong with that. Like, you're a gay just like them gays that came in there duck walking, giving you hands and whatever the fuck else it is that they were doing. Like, to the people who despise us, who feel like we don't deserve respect or love or rights or anything like that, you a faggot and a punk and a sissy just like me and just like anybody the fuck else. So you wasting time. You actually look and sound dumb trying to belittle the next queen for being a queen when you obviously won too. And not only that, you're publicly gay. Like, you acting
you're
like
you're in the closet.
You're not even. You're like basically coming out to the entire world on this show. You've begun to tell people also on the show that you're gay. Like, you're not in the closet at all. At all. So what?
This show airs on national television
every week.
We
around the world.
It's not a secret that it wasn't even a secret you were gay when you were filming. What?
Like, what? Come on. Like, for a lot of people, the only thing that they know about you is that you're gay. As of right now. Because a lot of people who have heard of you are only hearing of you because of this. And it is literally your storyline. I'm gay, and I don't know how the fuck I feel about it. A lot of y'all niggas are gay, and you'll be okay with going to the club on the weekends, you know, searching for your top or bottom or verse. You know, you would have no problem getting on apps and just showing, you know, the chest down or whatever the fuck it is. Talk about no fats, no femmes, and whatever the fuck else, and you get to the house or whatever, and it's Malik. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas like him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you are so comfortable with getting your rocks off, you'll date, you'll have full relationships, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're actively
homosexuality out here.
But then, anytime anybody give you a chance, you want to talk about the next one because, you know, they got Hawaiian Silky or whatever the fuck.
Oh, no.
Crystal Smith said.
It's back.
They got some Wet and Wavy in or whatever, or they're in a house, or with like
faces beat.
Whether or not you subscribe to those parts of the culture, they're a part of our culture. And you shitting on them makes no difference. People are still gonna look at you like a fag.
Because you're still one of us. You're still over here.
You sound dumb.
You do sound dumb.
Like, dumb.
Oh my God. That just makes me think about like black people who feel offended when visibly black people come around. Like they feel like they blend into white society as long as they dress like white people and talk in that white people voice.
You mean like light-skinned people, mixed people?
Well, not even just, but usually them, because they usually the ones who have that kind of close proximity with white. Right. The darker you are, the more likely you are to live around niggas. So.
or for white people to be like, you live here?
Right. Like but it's almost like they feel like if they've never acknowledged their blackness or act in a stereotypically black way, then their blackness never has to be an issue.
Exactly.
So then when my loud ass comes around being black as fuck, or anybody else who just embraces themselves and doesn't perform for white people,
them.
Right, it's like, why are you over here being all black? And I feel like that's what that was. Him being like, well, why are y'all over here being all gay? But like, bitch, you're also gay.
And this didn't even have nothing to do with you.
That's your own internalized homophobia. Just like that's their own internalized anti-blackness that makes you feel that way.
And this is why I always said that the DL conversation is so complicated, because when I watched that, I almost wanted to... I'm not even going to say I wanted to feel bad for him. I wanted to, like, I feel like he has to have been broken. I don't know if it was by family, if it was an incident in maybe school or what. Somebody tore that young man up inside for him to feel the way that he does about homosexuality or femininity in men or whatever the fuck it is. Because, again, you are very clearly gay. Like, if you were not on this show with a male lover, I still would know that you were gay. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, you obviously gay, you know what I'm saying? And you're being way more homophobic than people I expected to be homophobic on the show. Like Trick Daddy. Like the Jamaican nigga. Like others that I expected to be hollering faggot in this. And they in scenes next to Bobby. Bobby got his eyebrows plugged, his lip gloss is popping, not saying nothing. Bobby came into that room, I feel like, in that first episode, and Trick Daddy was like, hey, Trina, this boy is here. And that was like...
that boy here for you.
That was like all he said. I was like, God, please don't put them in a scene with Bobby and Trick. Although I'm sure Bobby has been around Trick Daddy multiple times.
Right.
But I was just like, oh, God.
I was like, thank God, Trick Daddy. That was all he said. That boy is here.
You remember when he went on The Breakfast Club and embarrassed the fuck out of me?
And started talking about how black women is losing out here because white girls and Latinas having surgery and they better than black women. The iceberg.
Right.
I said, what the fuck is he on?
His ass.
Yeah, you was mad.
Anyway, for you to be one of the gay, and he even would like say to the boy Jeffrey, like, you left me and you was with that, like you went to go and date this creature and blah blah blah, like gross.
Trash.
Gross.
Garbage.
Like, who do you even think that you are? How do you really think that you come off to people? Like, you feel like you could like dance with the girl Michelle or like hug up on her and everybody's gonna be like, oh, there's no way he's gay. Like, I don't know what happened to you in your life or your past or whatever, and I really hope that you can heal from it or whatever, because like, not only is it really ignorant and hurtful and awful and disgusting for you to say things like this, you look and sound dumb as fuck, because everybody not only can see that you're gay, they know that you're gay because we're watching the fucking show, and then you shitting on your own motherfucking people. Like, that's gonna give you high fives and respect.
Right.
Everybody out here that's on that show that's friends with you knew that your ass was gay and was cool with you any motherfucking way because they don't care. So you should be thankful for that. You know what I'm saying? And live your life and leave these queens alone.
Niggas.
Because you just one of us. That's it. The only difference is you don't have a lace front on.
Right. The fact that you're not feminine doesn't make you like a better gay. The fact that you feel like straight people can't clock you doesn't make you more acceptable. The fact that you feel that way, once again, you feel that way.
That's like key words.
You think it, and that don't make it so. But you feel that way, so I'm going to let you have your feelings, your experience as you see it.
The nerve. And fuck Kaya, too, talking about
this bitch. See? You got it. Get her.
This bitch went on whatever the fuck her new show is called, you know, because she hates Maddie now. So she went on there talking about...
This really crashed and burned in 2 weeks. It was... I mean, I know you said it at the show, but I really thought they was coming back in March. I really did. It just felt...
I knew it wasn't going to happen.
But it didn't take her no time to let that inner transphobia that she been wanting to let out. It didn't take her no time to let it go. None at all. I'm like, you really sat here next to this bitch and did this show all this time feeling this way. You really felt that way and ignored it all and tried to fake like you wasn't really.
That's my sis. Sis did this. I love her for real. Like, girl, so she did like some live on her new whack ass show that ain't never gonna work, bitch, because you ain't never been that lit. You never will be that fucking lit. You got the same dreads as Stevie Wonder. They start in the middle of your fucking skull, just like that Birdman tattoo. God. You sound dumb. You look dumb. Madison literally saved you. So don't nobody give a fuck about the fact that you started the Queen's Court first, or it was called the Queen's Court before she was on it. It wasn't lit until Madison was on it. And Madison will be just fine because Madison is entertaining and also knows how to conduct business correctly. You don't. You're a fucking idiot and an imbecile and a hating ass bitch. She was on Instagram and said something about
just trash.
Her family or friends or whoever was asking her why she was even working with these kinds of people, being transgender people and gays. And she said, and keep in mind, she has used homophobic and transphobic like slurs and made comments like countless times on this same show with gays laughing in the background and with a transgender woman sitting right next to her and being her co-host and alleged friend and sis and all of this other stuff. And Madison would explain to her, Kaya, you can't say that because this, not even Kaya, hey girl, you talking about me, I'm sitting right here. But like, hey girl, here's why this is crazy and ignorant as fuck. Like, I want you to grow. No. So she said that she basically told everybody who asked her why she was working with gays and transgender people and all of this, that it was for the money. She was only working with Madison because it was, you know, about the money and this, that, and the third. Mind you, Madison is the one who was putting money back into it because she's the one who actually was helping your dumb ass out when she went and decided to go and get that trademark, go and secure the domain and all the other like basic things.
Turning it into a business.
Basic things. And I believe her when she says that you were sitting right next to her when she did all of that stuff, because why do it behind your back? We're doing the show every single week. As far as she knew, she probably wasn't expecting for you to walk out on her during that Monique show and never come the fuck back. Like, I believe her. I do. Past that, then she's talking about how, you know, her friends and they all say that, you know, the gay men are brainwashed because they get fucked in the ass and it's connected to the spine and it does something to your brain because whatever hotep ass weird dumb shit she was talking about. Like, bitch, you sound so stupid. So stupid. I know you ain't seen licks or nothing lit or popping like that since the Queen's Court was over. You never will. At all. Like, you sound dumb and crazy. Anyway, good riddance. Kaya's a fucking dumbass. Like, you sound...
It wasn't surprising. It was just disgusting.
It wasn't,
disgusted.
Right. I wasn't
really,
shocked.
Bitch? You just...
Like, do you even realize how stupid you sound and how crazy and, like, you sound and look like the hypocrite that you are? Because just a couple of weeks ago, you were like, it's nothing wrong with, you know, I love my gays and my strong black gay men. I only say punks talking about you faggots. But the rest, you know what I'm saying? Like, you were just out here trying to make it seem like you don't have an issue. But now that you mad at this bitch, you talking about, oh, I only work with them fags for the money and this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. Well, take it and run, bitch. And go right back to doing them Chitlin Circuit ass performances of My Neck, My Back, the one song, unless you're somewhere maybe in the panhandle of Florida where they still appreciate K-Wang. Besides that, disintegrate. I'm so tired of this musty, crusty, dusty ass bitch and everything that she stands for. And I don't even give a fuck if the bitch ever says anything in my direction or even alludes to, like, you are like a piss poor disgrace. Like, your gold tooth is copper now. like what money? You can't even get nobody to buff that tooth, bitch, or fix the rest of the teeth in your mouth, bitch. Why you talking about us and money? You raggedy asshole. Please. Anyways,
she's been trash for a long
time.
So maybe now this will really be the end of Kaya.
And I tried to I'm done. Even give her points because Kaya can tell a joke. Kaya can say things that are funny sometimes. They just also will be ignorant as fuck. Right. They will also be bigoted as fuck. And they'll also be dumb as fuck and ugly. And now that you don't have Madison to balance it out with some funny and positive, you know what I'm saying? Like, Madison could be messy and funny and all that too, but she also knows how to tap dance on the line. This bitch want to
fuck.
Just sprint all the way past it and then tell you, oh, it's something wrong with y'all.
Yeah.
And I'm a queen and a moneymaker and my neck, my back is respected around the world. Girl, chill.
I just don't need Kaya in my life. Period. So I don't
either.
care what you do from here on out, girl. I'm really done with her ass.
And also fuck my Uber driver. I mean my Lyft driver for being musty literally the whole ride here.
Oh my God. Isn't that the worst? You be having a headache and everything. You're like, this is going to get into my clothes.
And I was stuck in the worst fucking traffic. So, of course, this ride was like an hour and 15 of this musty ass man. Like,
oh my God.
It's just like...
Did you crack a window or did you just...
Of course I did. And it's like in the 60s today, too. So I didn't have to like freeze.
Thankfully.
I absolutely did. But, you know, it's still like, you have to like peek, like angle your nose so that you're getting the wind or whatever. Like, sir.
I don't even know who's worse between the musties and the ones who put on a bunch of acts and then came to work. Like... The ones who have on really cheap cologne and a whole fucking lot of
I will honestly take the X.
I'll be like, holy God. Yeah, must makes me physically ill. But that cologne be... my little brother went through a phase where he was just bathing in that shit.
Because it's also strong and it isn't pleasant.
Right.
You know, like,
you don't smell good.
Like, it's not a good smell.
Why do you think
there's
that?
Too much of it. I hate it. But not as much as I hate armpits.
Oh, bless your heart.
My God. All right, I'm done.
Well, after all that, I really only have a couple of quick things to say. First, America's had a bunch of school shootings because, of course, we have, because America.
Duh.
But one of the many that has happened, the one in Parkland, has kind of... Because I think these kids are older and they are therefore more invested in what is... Like, they're aware politically in a way that younger children are not. So a lot of these high school kids who were... traumatized during this school shooting have kind of come together. They've started talking about organizing walkouts with a bunch of high school kids across the country, being like, basically, the grown-ups have failed us here.
Right.
The adults who should be protecting us are trash. They're not doing it. They give more of a fuck about guns than they do about our lives. And if we can't be safe at school, if y'all can't guarantee our safety at school, then we're just not going to fucking go, which I love. 100% behind these kids. I think the message is great. I love that they are standing up for themselves. I love that people seem to be paying attention. Not even just regular everyday citizens, but companies are paying attention. Celebrities like George Clooney and Oprah are donating $500,000 to these causes. And now all of a sudden everybody wants to talk about it. Dick's Sporting Goods wants to remove all their AR rifles out of the stores and increase the age.
Crazy that you just go down to Dick's and get a gun.
I mean, sporting good. I mean, I feel like growing up in Oklahoma, we had gun expos. You could probably get a gun at a garage sale. I feel like guns were everywhere. So I'm very used to gun culture. I grew up around people who were obsessed.
Right.
So it's not that I don't understand it, but like we are seriously failing our children to the point that we have so many school shootings, we don't even really be giving a fuck no more. And it's not even just school shootings, it's mass shootings in general. Yeah. It's 2-3 times a week you'll hear about Somebody 4 people gunned down, 5 people here. And unless it's something huge like the Vegas one or something, the Newtown, again, we knew y'all didn't give a fuck about us when all them babies died and y'all acted like it was conspiracy theory. Like which they are also still doing with these kids.
Right. That like was when it was like, actors. Okay. Y'all ain't never gonna care.
Right. Everybody's trash. So it's great that these kids are standing up. It's great that people give a fuck. I just wish that we had seen this kind of love and attention and outpouring of support for Black kids and Black adults even, everybody who was marching for years for not even just Black Lives Matter, but protesting police brutality in any way. Like, we're not even given the luxury of the conversation about it because you, meaning the white majority, don't really see anything wrong with the police shootings anyway. It's like every time it happens, you find a way to justify it in your own mind. So you can't get people to rally up with you against this problem that we're all experiencing if they don't really think it's a problem anyway.
Right.
Like if we're like, hello, officer lives are not in danger, and yet somehow we keep ending up dead, and y'all find ways to blame Tamir Rice for his own damn murder. Like, at that point, I have to assume that you're not looking at us as full, complete human beings.
This is not their problem.
And this is not your issue. You don't really give a fuck about it. You don't really see an issue with it. So y'all have pretty much remained silent. And yes, there were lots of black celebrities who came forward during Black Lives Matter and, pledged money and support and all this. But it was, again, almost overwhelmingly black celebrities. You really don't see major companies getting involved. You don't see white or other non-black celebrities really speaking up about it. Like, the support is all within our own community. So it just really sucks to me to have something that I feel so strongly about. Because I remember Columbine, and I remember that being like a 2.5 month news story where we were just like, how could this happen in America? And now Columbine is like every fucking week.
Yeah.
So that is just, it's mind-blowing to me that we have gotten to this point and still y'all will act like people are the problem, and the fact that you can get guns. I mean, yes, people are using the guns, but why can you get these rifles any fucking where? It's too easy to get these guns, and we are dying at a rate that no other country is from gun deaths. So why are we not doing something about it?
It doesn't make any sense.
Because y'all are getting fucking paid. And y'all want to stay getting fucking paid.
That is insane.
That is all it comes down to, money. And the fact that you get to sell that fear to white people that one day, I feel like really the y'all feel like y'all need a bunch of guns, again, in case we really decide to rise up. And they just want to make sure they have their own little militia worth of weapons.
The first time I ever heard somebody say that, I was like, look at the recipe.
I understand wanting a gun in the house in case of intruders or whatever else. Like, I get that concern. But again, you still have to practice so many safe gun rules around that sort of thing, and like keeping the ammunition stored separate.
People are not calling for gun banning. It's gun control that they say.
And it's like the most reasonable things that we want done. And the NRA is just like, no. Anything that could make it harder for y'all to get a gun, it's just like automatically a zero. So y'all's president has been really dumb about this issue.
I mean, real dumb.
At first he said we should arm teachers, and now apparently that is actually getting some legs. Like, people are talking about.
Yeah, strap the teachers up.
How about first of all, just today there was a story that some teacher barricaded himself in a room with a gun, I think in Georgia. That literally happened earlier today. So let's maybe not give teachers guns.
Maybe not.
And then also, I'm just thinking about it from a purely real perspective. Why would you want somebody underpaid, overworked, dealing with a bunch of bratty, awful people,
my God,
stressed the fuck out, spending their own money on these kids, dealing with awful parents?
Say this.
In a bunch of different ways. Why would you want that person to have a loaded weapon within arm's reach?
Please say this.
This is an awful idea. What the fuck?
I'm going down to the meeting of the parents and I'm going now, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but my son Javante is awful. He's just... Javante sucks. I know he does, but that don't mean he need to be shot. So don't get what? That doesn't even make any sense.
Right. So I appreciate the young people who are standing up in Parkland. I know a couple of them have tweeted about how, Black Lives Matter protests taught them how to protest, and, they deserve that. Right. Like, the kids, as always, the kids are doing way better with this than the adults.
Kids are going to be all right.
The kids are doing way better at this than the adults, but it is just really depressing to see all of this come out and all of this support and everything. Not that I'm sad that it's happening for y'all, but how come y'all don't give a fuck about us like that?
Because Black equality is the only one that you could that white people can suffer consequences for supporting. Even when white celebrities or whatever, when they come forward and are like, gun control, we have to do something about this, we can't let this happen again or whatever. It's mostly just falling on deaf ears. Right. But when white people are like, Black Lives Matter, then it's you're a cop killer and a cop hating this, and you don't respect the national anthem, you're not American. They pile all of this stuff that is completely unreasonable on top of it when all you're saying is Black people shouldn't be shot for no fucking reason.
It shouldn't even be a controversial statement, but y'all wanted to make it that way, and I just...
It's only that.
So, right. Again, like, I am 100% behind these teenagers. I just wish all this love and support for the cause could have been shown to us, but that's too much like humanity, which means we're not going to get it. So, and y'all wonder why we be trying to plot. Also, I don't know who told R. Kelly that he was going to be allowed inside Wakanda. But, girl, it's a no. It's a hell fucking no. Shuri's vibranium weapons are going to keep your ass from even getting past the rainforest.
I mean...
It's a no.
What a laughter.
It's a no. So...
Gross.
Fuck you, sir.
Shut up.
You staying right here in America.
Why can't you just enjoy the money you have and just leave us alone?
Why can't you just leave us alone? Leave our girls alone. Why can't that happen?
I'm saying, I feel like there is a larger portion of the community lately that is just like, Robert, we're done. I
saw that tweet or whatever it was with R. Kelly talking about he was on his flight to Wakanda. I'm like, you clearly have not seen the movie. It ain't no Okoye and R. Kelly. Nigga, please.
You're not getting it.
No, you're not getting it. It's not happening.
You'll be electrocuted at the barrier.
Oh, okay. And I'm done. That's it for this week's episode of The Read.
Yay. So... guys.
Make sure you check us out at thisistheread.com. Follow us on social media at thisistheread. I think we have some announcements this week.
Yes, we do. First of all, The Read DC, the pop-up show is happening Saturday.
Pop-up shop.
Pop-up shop. It's happening Saturday.
It's pretty close.
March the 10th at the Blind Wino.
Which sounds really fun.
It does. I feel like I've been there.
Is that a bar? Because I kind of want to go. No, it probably isn't.
Anyway, Asante is hosting. It's from 12 to 4. All of the info will be on This Is The Read's Instagram page, you know, the address and all of those things. So we've got a lot of new merch, including shit that I don't even have. So that's where you can go and get
pop up at the pop-up.
Also, the Read Live Late Night at Essence Fest. Tickets are on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. Central Time on thereadlive.com. That is happening Friday, July 6th at the Joy Theater in New Orleans.
Very excited to go back to the Joy Theater.
So yeah, that's exciting. I'm really anxious for that whole... I've never been to Essence in my life, and I've only heard good things about it.
Oh, it's such a good time. It is such a good time. So, yeah, we will see y'all there along with all the other fun blacks. Again, tickets on sale Friday, 10 a.m. Central Time at thereadlive.com. Thank you, Derek Waters and Drunk History, for having me back again to be inappropriate. And they had
this is like the third time?
Yeah, this is my third story. And they had that baby from This Is Us, the little girl who plays Tess, saying all my terrible words. But thank you again for the opportunity. It's so fun doing Drunk History. So thank you, everybody, for watching and supporting. And I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else.
Okay. The acronym can be... R... Okay, no, that was way too inappropriate.
Okay.
Okay. G M.
M is in marshmallow?
GM.
Okay.
MSL.
So there's two M's?
Yeah, back to back.
GMMSL. Give me my... No.
I mean...
Give me my... Am I in the right direction?
I don't know.
Nigga, yes you do. Give me my mother sucking... No, that's not it. Good morning... Wait, Safaree. No, that's not it. No, there's no D. Good... Give me more...
Give me my Safaree Lord.
God damn it.
Where is he? Bring them to me.
Really? You better whisper your prayers to the Father.
I'm not really. I mean, all I can do is give a Safaree a crisp high five. Thank you so much for coming over. It was so nice to meet you, sir. And your future looks real bright, and you take it right out of my house.
You just have to shake the dick and be like, I really appreciate your time tonight.
It was so nice meeting you, brother, little guy. Thank you so much.
I'm closed for the night, but you have a good one.
Get home safe, the both of you.
Woo. All right, guys, we will see you next week.